What's going on, my people? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF Network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live. People, and if you can donate to the channel, go to OBF The Real Cash App. We highly appreciate anything you guys to donate to the channel. Of course, you'll eat when I go live, nigga. This nigga. Anyway. All right, people. Let's get into it, man. Y'all see the title, man. Don Lemon out on bail, nigga. This nigga Trump is out here wilding, nigga. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into it a little bit.
Back on the panel, we got the human platypus along with the MAGA robot malfunctioning as usual. They need to junk that piece of metal. Let's get into this segment and we'll talk about it.
Arrests of independent journalists, former CNN anchor Don Lemon and Georgia Ford, for their coverage of an anti-ICE protest that erupted and interrupted a church service in St. Paul, Minnesota. Now, federal agents took them and two others.
Now, listen, let me just say this too. Listen, we know it's a race part of this, what it is, but it's very weird to not see any white journalists was at this protest, but then it's not. Right, because this had to do with the Black Lives Matter movement, and them white journalists stays away from the Black Black Lives Matter organization group. They try to stay away from that. Right, so I'm not surprised. So it is a black thing, like it's a race issue with this whole shit with Don Lemon and them, because all the journalists that got arrested was black. I think it's like 4 of them all together, counting Don. It makes 4. People was acting like it was a lot of protesters and shit that went into this church. It wasn't really that many. I think it was maybe about 6, right, that got arrested that we know of. But it wasn't and it was all white. So it wasn't like, I don't think it all was white. I think maybe one of them was maybe black or something like that, maybe. But it wasn't a lot of protesters in this church. Or they just arrested certain people, or they couldn't figure out other people's faces or whatever. I don't know, but it didn't look like, when I seen the video, it didn't look like it was a whole bunch of protesters in that church. But like I told y'all how I feel about it morally. I understand, on one hand, I understand Don Lemon is a journalist. I get that, and all the journalists that I get that part. Just on a moral level, I don't really like it. You know, I mean, what they trying to charge them with, I don't like the charge. They could do trespassing or something like that, maybe. But that wouldn't have hold it up. Even what they charging them with now is not going to hold up in court. But morally, I don't like what Don did and them other journalists or any of them protesters. I don't like what they did. I just think that, and I'm not a religious person anymore, but I still wouldn't disrespect the church like that, regardless if I think it's a white supremacist church or not. But, you know, what they call evangelicals out, regardless of what the religion is, I still wouldn't disrespect somebody's religion. Just the church, that whole thing. I wouldn't have did that. But y'all already know how I stand on that. But yeah. But let's get into this.
In custody today at the direction of Attorney General Pam Bondi, who is calling their actions a coordinated attack. Now, the indictment alleged that they oppressed, threatened, and intimidated congregants and pastors as they reported on the demonstration. But Lemon and Ford say that they were just doing their jobs as journalists. That is something that Lemon made very clear in his live stream tonight.
Now, let me just say this too. Now, there's going to be a whole bunch of these racist ass religious people in this church that's going to testify against all these people. I guarantee you that. They're going to be witnesses to it. And they're going to put up this thing that they were scared and they felt intimidated and shit. Like, the only people I actually really care about, and this is why a part of why I don't think is the second reason I don't think it was a good idea for them to do that, because it was children in there. And you don't know how those children may have felt. They might have felt scared. And you had people coming in there, protesters, yelling and screaming and stuff like that. That scares kids. I don't care what you're talking about, right? But nobody got violent. Nobody No tables got flipped over, nothing like that. Like I said, I'm kind of morally, I don't like it, but at the end of the day about it, I don't see the harm that happened, right? Other than the children maybe could have been scared, right? But I don't give a damn about them grown ass religious racist white people. They on some bullshit in there. But morally, I don't like that they ran up in that church. Morally I don't. But that's not against the law, because morally I feel like it's something wrong with that. That's not the law though. That got nothing to do with that. Now the protesters, they fucked up. They didn't supposed to go in that church. But the journalists, they got a right to do that under the First Amendment. But they might not receive a whole bunch of crazy time like that. It's just, they might get some fines. Somebody might get a couple of months or something like that. They ain't gonna get nothing crazy if they do get found guilty. Don Lemon and all the journalists, they're gonna get off, most likely. This ain't even really a case. But anyway, let's go back. Huh?
But Lemon and Ford say that they were just doing their jobs as journalists. That is something that Lemon made very clear in his live stream tonight.
I'm just here photographing. I'm not part of the group. I'm just here photographing. I'm a journalist. So we're here just chronicling and reporting. We're not part of the activists, but we're here just reporting on them.
But mind you, like I said, it's an uncomfortable situation. But it don't seem like none of those church people was scared. They might have startled them or something like when they first came in there, but it don't look like they scared. The protesters wasn't all in their face, and I mean, it was certain parts that they was a little aggressive. Like you could say they was being aggressive, but it wasn't like something you could be afraid of or nothing like that. These people wasn't afraid or nothing like that. It wasn't nothing like that. But the kids, I can see that they probably was a little startled, maybe a little afraid. Because, like, they trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. But the adults knew what was going on. And like I said, they was in there. I think one of the pastors or something like that was somebody that worked for ICE. And that was the reason that they was there. You know what I mean? But they could have... I don't know, man. I don't like it. But I understand that it's not against the law and nobody got hurt. You know what I mean? People got uncomfortable. Oh, well. These motherfuckers go into people. You know what really bothers me about this religious shit, too? Is these are the same people that got opinions, and they give opinions on social media and all that shit. But these are religious people, even the pastors. All of them get their political opinions and all that shit. And they can do that on the pulpit, right? But somebody come and protest their church, this crazy law. But these would be the same type of people that's talking about they're very religious and be running up in people's businesses protesting. And that's the crazy shit about it. Harassing transgenders and shit. Like, so, like, it's crazy. I like this shit. It's just weird to me. That's why I'm not really that upset that even the protesters or Don Lemon and them, I'm not upset at them because they did that as much as people trying to be upset about it, but I don't like it morally. You know what I mean? It's church, bro. Like, it's some shit off limits. Like, in my honest opinion. But it is what it is. Shout out to my little brother LT in the building. What up, L?
Was quick to pounce on Lemon's arrest. He is a longtime Trump critic, and they posted this image with a caption, "When life gives you lemons," along with chain emojis. Now, Lemon was in court today making an initial appearance, and he and Ford are both now vowing to fight.
There is no more important time than right now, this very moment, for a free and independent media that shines a light on the truth and holds those in power accountable.
I should be protected under the First Amendment, just like all of the journalists who I've been advocating for too. Do we have a constitution? That is the pressing question that should be on the front of everyone's mind.
Now, let me just say this too. Like, listen, black folks, I get what y'all saying. It makes sense. It makes sense, right? But is really the Constitution matter at this point? Has the Constitution ever really mattered to us? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do it really represent us? I always go back to that when black people bring up the Constitution and all this other shit. Like, these laws was not created for us. Other than some of these laws was to go against us more than it was created to treat us equally in a way, right? And even down the laws that we had on the books, or we do have on the books, they're trying to get rid of, because they saying that black people have this advantage because we DEI, and racism don't exist in 2026. Like, that's where we are right now. So I'm asking black folks, like, why y'all still acting like the Constitution really exists for us, or ever did? That's the deeper question. But then on the other hand, Trump breaking all types of decorum. He breaking all types of the rules to go against the Constitution. He said we need to get rid of the Constitution. So, I mean, why y'all like acting like the Constitution, it doesn't still exist? No, not really. If you black and you really know what's really going on out here in this country, you know, the Constitution was never really for us anyway. It wasn't created for us. Think about it. That shit really, think about it. The Constitution should have made those ICE agents not kill what's his name? Alice Petty. They tried to say he was just a threat just because he had a weapon on him. This is Second Amendment to have that. He wasn't. They tried to lie and say he was pointing a gun, he was making threats. It wasn't nothing like that. Mind you, they got the evidence to show that this man wasn't, because they took his phone where he was using his phone to record. You get what I'm saying? So they got they got all the evidence. They hiding it. That's why I said those ICE agents, they're going to jail. It may not be right now, but they're going to jail. They're going to jail. They killed that man for nothing. They basically executed him in broad daylight on the national platform in the streets of America. So they're going to jail. Let's move on.
This is very troubling for a lot of people. Elie Honig, look, I think there is a complicated criminal picture potentially for the protesters who staged this demonstration. But what do you think the picture is for the journalists who are there?
Let me say this too. Even though I disagree with what Don Lemon did, right? But I'm troubled by that this man can go to jail for doing his job. I just tell all the religious people like this, I shouldn't hear from you talking about politics at all, if that's the case. Like, you don't want protests at your church, or you want people to come over there and protest your church, anything like that, well then, you should pay taxes in them churches. They don't pay taxes. The churches don't pay taxes. The churches, whether they got a church, don't pay taxes. Right? And they got a lot to say. They get behind candidates and shit. Like, nah, nigga, you shouldn't be able to say nothing. I put it this way. If you saying all this shit, right? You're doing all this shit, get behind candidates, speaking on politics, then people can come protest your churches. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I look at church as a business. Think about it, people. But this is the only business that don't pay taxes. But they got a lot to say. It's a Christian country. Bitch, shut your bitch ass up. But nobody can protest your church, though. Y'all can run up in businesses and shit and protest too. Motherfucker tell you, oh, it's private property. This is private property here. Can't protest on private property. They make you get off of the property. But they can run up into businesses and be about outside of businesses that own properties and shit like that. Like, it's just a hypocrisy with me when it comes to religious people. This shit is just ridiculous to me. But anyway, let's move on.
Georgia Ford, you could see her microphone was, labeled for her independent news organization. Don Lemon, he's a journalist that is known around the world. He was reporting live from the church. What do you make of that?
I think the cases against Don Lemon and Georgia Ford are doomed. And I will grant that I think the cases against the other people who interrupted that church service are valid. And I think they did commit those crimes. But the reason that the case against Don and Ms. Ford are different is because of the First Amendment. You cannot charge a journalist for doing their job. It is not a crime to cover a crime. And just to put it in context, let's just go through the sequence of how this charge came about. DOJ first goes to a magistrate judge who says,
and let me put you on game with that. And the reason he's saying that, and which he's right about that, you know how let's just say you got a business and people roll up into your business, right? They protesting your business. They just roll up in there. Yeah, they probably trespass. This is gonna be law. It's gonna be charges coming down for them. But if you only rolling in there just to record and be a a journalist and reporting that shit, then you can't get criminally charged for that. You can't get criminally charged for that. Shout out to my brother Bell in the building. What up, brother Bell? You can't get criminally charged for that shit. You are a journalist. You report on the bad or the good, or whatever the space is to a certain extent. Now, if they say, look, you got to leave as a journalist or some shit like that, then yeah. But nobody told Don Lemon that he had to leave. They was asking Don Lemon, you okay with what's going on? Don like, look, I got nothing to do with that. I'm just reporting. I'm a reporter. I'm a journalist. I had nothing to do with this. People was like, oh, because he knew what they was going to do or where they was going to maybe go, right? That doesn't mean that he's complicit in that, because he's still a reporter. He was going to follow them around wherever they went, because that's what Don was doing before they even went into the church. And you have no proof of saying that he knew what they was going to do anyway. And even if he did know what they was going to do, he still has the right to go with them and report what they're doing, regardless of where they was going. That's why people listen, this is what happens when people want to blur the lines. It's like when people when it comes to religion, they want to pick and choose or to harm others in the Bible, but they don't live the same life, right? They want to pick and choose. Oh, I can do it, but you can't do it, right? They want to pick and choose. And it's the same thing was going on with the Constitution and the laws. They want to pick and choose when they think they got the right to do some shit. Alice Petty couldn't have his gun on him. Castillo, years ago, the black brother, let the cop know, I got a gun on me. He get murdered. He was reaching. But motherfuckers, these January 6 people showing their guns, letting them know they got guns, all types of shit. They beat cops up. Literally. Ashley Babbitt is a hero because she was breaking the law. It was off limits for you to go into a building. It's like even with these protesters. Okay, charge them. I'm okay with that. They broke the law. I'm cool with it. Ashley Babbitt broke the law and was being a part of the violence that was happening and was on some violent shit and got her ass killed, shot in the face. But we supposed to feel sorry for her and her family. I feel sorry for the kids, but I also feel sorry for the grown-ups in the family if they still supporting that this bitch was some type of hero. I told you they pick and choose who can do what. It's all hypocrisy. This is the real reason why I say at the end of the day, America is the worst country in the world. Ain't no democracy here with these type of people in our country, and we don't check them. Ain't no checks and balance with even MAGA people. They think they're above the law. They think they can do whatever the fuck they want to do until they fuck around and find out. Even the voters, they think they're above the law. These racist pieces of shit. All the motherfucking minority groups that voted for Trump, now that he using a law that he told you he was going to use, now you thought that you was just different because what? Because you lighter than or you ain't the same as your own people? Y'all are, listen, all you minorities that's different races, y'all are the coons to y'all own race that fuck with Trump and ride with these white supremacists. You ain't no different. You sell out to your own people. Motherfucker, know they family member is undocumented, their husband or wife is undocumented, and they don't think nothing gonna happen to them. Or they people. You stupid as a bitch. I got some shit I want y'all to hear out of this about these immigrants. To let y'all know that I ain't bullshitting. That it ain't, I'm not saying all immigrants is like this, but this is an immigrant problem. This is y'all people shit. If you don't claim, if you're not Black American, you can't speak on what we speak about. You can't even get mad at us. That's one thing. You can't get mad at real true Black Americans. Or even the immigrants that ain't Black Americans that ride with us and side with us and against y'all can't even get mad at them. Because they trying to tell y'all the truth, but you ain't listening. But anyway, let's move on.
Am going to issue the criminal complaint against 3 of the people who went into the church, but not the complaint against Don Lemon. Then DOJ says, well, let's appeal that up to the chief district court judge who issues this scathing letter saying, this is not even a thing you're asking me to do. I asked every other district court judge in this district and they said they'd never even heard of it. You're rejected again. And then they get a grand jury to indict today. So it's on the 3rd try they come back.
Right, and mind you, like I told y'all in the last live stream, I told y'all it's very easy for the federal government to get an indictment. I think it's even easy to in the state level in a way. It's very easy to get a fucking indictment because you're talking about, you're not letting the defense lawyers or that person that's getting indicted, they don't have a lawyer there, regardless if they got money or not. Right? And they can afford a lawyer. Your lawyer is not in that jury, in that grand jury room. They're not there. So it's very easy for these, it's like almost manipulating the system. The federal government always, or law enforcement, or these attorneys, always got the upper hand on you. Because you can't even defend yourself. You can't bring your lawyer in or nothing. I'll say, well, he can't be here, right? At least your lawyer's supposed to be there. And they can't even defend their client. It's very easy to get a fucking a grand jury to indict anybody. on the state level and the federal level. It's not hard to do that, people. Real talk. Let's move on.
This indictment against Don Lemon is doomed. I'm telling you,
And-
it's the easiest prediction I've ever made.
And that appeals judge not only said, why are you coming to me with this, but also said, 2 of the 5 protesters were not protesters at all. Instead, they were a journalist and his producer. There is no evidence.
And look, and that should make some sense to y'all too as well. Because just because a grand jury say, yeah, we're going to indict, they still got to go to a judge. So whoever the fuck that judge was that said, oh yeah, well, okay, well, let's do that. Something wrong with that goddamn judge. That judge should not be on this case. If you are okay after everybody else gave you all the information of why this shit don't make no sense and and they didn't break no laws. Listen, people, let me say this too as well. If I'm Don Lemon, when this case is over, any of them journalists, and even if some of them people, they get off, just to say they do, which I highly doubt they get off, because they did actually break the law. But just say they get off. I'm suing the shit out the government. If Trump can sue the goddamn government, sue the DOJ, why can't Don Lemon and them do it? And he asking for billions of dollars. Some shit he got found guilty of doing. But anyway, let's move on.
That those 2 engaged in any criminal behavior or conspired to do so. Pete, the Trump administration was always pushing the
Hold on.
envelope.
And time out. And I want people to understand what I just said. Trump is suing his own DOJ. And they're going to settle because he's running the DOJ. It's not going to go to court. It's like the same shit with Ashley Babbitt. If that shit actually genuinely went to court, she would lose. It wouldn't be no settlement. But Trump runs the DOJ. He's basically telling them what they can and can't do, which he shouldn't be able to do, but he's doing it. Right there, that should be an impeachment. All the Ashley Babbitt shit should be an impeachment. You settle with Ashley Babbitt that we know committed a crime, and she got herself killed, and they found out the guy, the Capitol officer that shot and murdered her, he was justified. And then the same DOJ pleads out. What? In a civil suit? That should have been an impeachment right there. But the Republicans is weak, and the Democrats don't got no power. So this nigga just getting away with all types of fuck shit. But if Ashley Babbitt, and listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I guarantee you, because I ain't even never heard of this. Before Trump got in office, you didn't hear about Ashley Babbitt people ever thinking about doing a civil suit against the government. Until Trump got in that bitch, and all of a sudden it popped up that Ashley Babbitt got a civil suit. And he was okay with it. Nigga, that should have been an impeachment right there. You should not be weighing on some shit you have you partly control the fucking federal government. Everybody's supposed to be impeached that's involved in that. But the Republicans don't care about it. So if I'm Don Lemon and these other journalists, when I beat this shit, I'm suing the shit out of y'all. And you ain't got to give me no plea, bitch. I'm taking y'all to court No, I want everything that I'm asking for. I don't want no plea. You can get Ashley Babbitt. What she got? A couple of millions of dollars or something? 4 or 5 million. What the fuck? That bitch was a traitor to the country, and her family got $5 million because she was a traitor. Fuck her and her family. Other than them children. Other than the kids. Anybody in her family that ride with her and thought that shit was okay. Fuck all y'all. Hope you go to sleep and don't wake up. You are traitors to your own country. Just alongside with your goddamn loved one, which was Ashley Babbitt. Fuck you and her. Hope that bitch riding in hell right now. And I don't give a damn about. Anyway, let's move on.
But in this particular case, this is crossing a line. The Constitution is very clear. There is freedom of press in this nation, and that right.
Hold up, and let me say this too as well, if I forget. And I'm saying this because some fact, nigga, that's all our taxpayer money to go pay this fucking traitor and her traitor ass family for some shit that she actually did. But we can't get universal health care, but this bitch family can get $5 million or whatever money it was. Are you fucking kidding me? And Mega, y'all stupid as shit. Y'all okay with that. And y'all hurting, y'all struggling. The voters. But this traitor bitch can get $5 million if she was a traitor to the country. Imagine. Ashley Babbitt would have went to jail if she didn't get killed. She'd have been in jail. And mind you, if Trump never won, damn sure wouldn't have got the lawsuit. But number two, she'd have still been in jail. Listen, people, let's be real. The bitch would have been court-martialed. She served in the military. Y'all keep forgetting that. Bitch could have got court-martialed. Are y'all crazy? Anyway, let's move on.
As all the others in the Constitution. Why are they doing this? And shouldn't more people be speaking out about it?
I know you say
Shut up, Pete. They went after Don Lemon, I think one, because he's a prominent journalist, a big dog, obviously. But let's be honest. Come on, poppies and mommies. It's also because he's black. Why does it matter that he's black? It doesn't. But to Republicans, it does. It's their favorite. It's their creme de la creme is to go after black people. We all know this. I mean, just a week ago, these bimbos took down a slavery exhibit. Literally affects no one. They know what this kind of stuff
Right, like, yo, think about it. What are y'all so upset of seeing signs of slavery? What are you offended by? Imagine, think about this shit, right? They more offended, these racists more offended by the handiwork of their ancestors being publicly out there than they offended by their ancestors being that did this shit, that was a part of what happened to our people. They're less offended by that. They embrace that. Listen. See, this is the thing I be saying to racist white people. You motherfuckers are weird. I don't watch slave movies. I don't go to the museums of slavery and all of that shit. I don't do that. Because I educate myself. And I know what a lot of my people been through. Not 100%, but But I'm about 60 to 70% of knowing what my people been through because of the history of me doing my education of it. Right? But, excuse me, but y'all more offended by that. That people know that what your ancestors did. I'm hurt by what my ancestors been through. I get angry of what happened to my ancestors. I get saddened. It's almost all types of emotions I go through. What is y'all emotion about with your ancestors? Would you just embarrassed? Because I don't understand what you're angry about, unless you want to side of what we on or what your ancestors did. But I don't understand what your emotion is, other than that you embarrassed. And the only reason you can be embarrassed is because you think the same type of ideology of your ancestors that did what they did to my ancestors. That's the only reason you can be upset. On that, to be on that side. It ain't nothing else. You don't think I feel uncomfortable talking about slavery? You think I don't feel uncomfortable watching slavery movies or children getting taught about slavery? Regardless if they white or black. I know it's an uncomfortable situation, but they need to know it. And it seemed like a lot of you grown ass, racist ass white adults need to know it. I got black friends. I kind of know. No, you don't know shit. Your black friends ain't real black friends. If you can sit there and say, I got black friends. If you tell me if I got a white friend say I got black friends, we got a problem. We not friends because I'm black, motherfucker. We friends because I actually genuinely got love for you. I see color, but I genuinely got love for you. But don't ever get it twisted or be like, oh, I don't see that you white and I'm black. And I don't think there's a difference between me and you. I never tell none of my white friends that. Oh, it ain't no difference between me and you. Yeah, it is. It's a difference. I'm black and you white. Yes, it's a difference. People that look like me get treated different. Just come between me and you. Yes, I get treated differently because of the color of my skin than you do. Listen, let me just say this. I know good white folks. I can call them, talk to them, whatever. And I know they watch my live streams. A lot of them don't want to talk to me no more. I get it. They still feel cool, but they feel uncomfortable having the conversation with me. I get it. We still cool, but we don't talk no more like that. They feel uncomfortable. And that's okay with me. I'm glad you feel uncomfortable. You should feel uncomfortable. I've been black all my life. You've been white all your life. It is a difference. So get the fuck out of here. Imagine people try to pretend that real life doesn't exist because they want to live in their own bubble. I got black friends. I got white friends. I got a lot of white friends. Mean nothing to me. I'm cool with white people. A lot of white people. I'm not like, when I interact with white people, I'm not on no race shit. But I'll let them know when certain shit we have just having a conversation like, yeah, that's white people shit. I'm honest, nigga. White people can't do certain shit. At a white boy, young white boy, I be saying certain shit, he be like, he look at me, I'm like, yeah, motherfucker. Number one, you young and you white. You don't get it. My experiences, you don't know. You might hang around certain black people that is okay. Probably won't tell you certain shit that I would tell you. Because they won't. Because number one, they ain't experienced life and they ain't grew up like we grew up. You might be fucking with black people that ain't grew up nothing like us. They ain't been through no experience like that. That doesn't mean that they ain't black. It's just that their environment where they grew up and you know them, they ain't grew up like us. All black people ain't the same, bro. That's why I don't say like, when I say, oh, that's white people shit. Right? It's a joke, but it's kind of serious. Certain shit black people don't do. Listen, you can have a white dude that hang around black people all his life. You will find some shit about him that's some white people shit. Just like you can have a black dude that grew up around white people his whole life. That's some black shit. This black shit will come out. His black, who he is as a black person will come out. It will happen. You can have the most uppity-ass black dude. You have the most sellout black dude. His blackness will come out. That's real talk. People want to sit there and act like that ain't real. It's real, motherfucker. Like I told you, I got people, I have family members that's Jamaicans, Dominicans. I'm mixed with a lot of shit. And I hung around all of them. White folks, I'm mixed with white, all that. But I'm black, nigga, at the end of the day. My ancestors come from that slave trade in America. That's where I come from. My black side in this country, that's where that come from. My mama's side, nigga, that's all from the slave trade. My dad's shit, a little different. I come from, on my mom's side, Native American and black. So right down the line, back, well, I know where it come from, but it was fucking back in the day. Native Americans and, you know, because I told you black people was here already. See, my people already been here. I keep saying that. I keep telling y'all, it's black people that already been here. I know my bloodline. It was black people already here. That was already having relations with Native Americans, nigga. That's how I got Native American in it. That's on my mom's side. On my dad's side, it's different. All types of shit running through me. That's where a lot of that white shit come from. Like if I do got the little parts of white percentage I got, that come from my dad's side. There ain't too many light-skinned motherfuckers in my bloodline on my mom's side. Honestly, they my skin complexion is probably maybe like one or two motherfuckers, maybe about three or four in my bloodline. That's my skin complexion. I mean, a little lighter than me on my mom's side. But ain't a whole bunch of motherfuckers like that on my mom's side, nigga. We been here already, and we fucking Native American. So if a lot of us is a little light, it's because of the Native American part. My great grandmother was a fucking Cherokee Indian, nigga. That's what it is. So my great grandfather was a black man. And his heart just go from being here already. I know where my shit go. That's why I be trying to tell people, like, at the end of the day, yeah, I got all this shit mixed with me, nigga. I'm here. I'm here. I'm black. I know what color skin I am, nigga. That's why the color skin I am. I'm not dark like some of my family members and shit like that. But I'm not as light. Oh shit, excuse me, y'all.
They switch.
My bad. God damn it, I hit the wrong button. And I'm not light as some of my other family members. Believe it or not. I'm like it's very rare. Like some of my family members and shit, even on both sides. Like I'm kind of like in between. I'm in between that shit. It ain't too many of my family members is my skin complexion in a way. Even my daughter's light. She's a little lighter than me. Honestly. I'm trying to tell motherfuckers. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, people, I'm back. Yeah, man, like, you black, nigga, we black, nigga. Don't like. And sometimes that shit, I know we get this shit, we get scared. That's why I'm not like this pro-black nigga like that. I don't agree with everything that Tanique Nasheed saying, all that shit. Listen, nigga, that nigga probably mixed with a whole bunch of shit. But when you know where you heard this come from, like at the end of the day with this country, I get that. But I'm still not that pro-black dude because I respect all different parts of my family. This different, nigga. I can go to Harford County right now. There ain't nothing but a bunch of mixed motherfuckers that look just like me. I told you I was with my aunt I was at my aunt's funeral. One of my great aunts. She was my great aunt. And she came and she said to me, I guess she watches my channel, or she, seen certain things. And the first thing this woman said to me, now mind you, I don't remember her, but I remember being out there, and she was telling me, I was very young when I went out there in Harford County, but I don't remember her, right? But she says to me, first thing she comes out of her mouth to say to me, when she found out, I'm that, right? Like I was my dad's son and shit. And she was like, oh, and my grandma was like, oh, this is Kenny Jr. Oh, that's little Kenny. Yeah. My aunt gave me a hug without giving him hugs and shit. You know what I mean? I'm respectful to my elders. Out of that, she says to me, I ain't a fan of Barack Obama. I said, well, okay. I ain't a fan of Barack right now either. Like, what that mean? No, she said, I ain't vote for Barack. I said, well, okay, cool. I ain't nothing to do. What the fuck? Like, I care. Like, mind you, at that time, it was at my aunt's funeral too. Right? So I didn't really give a fuck about politics, none of that shit. That shit was whatever it was. My aunt it was her funeral, bro. I didn't give a fuck. It wasn't in the midst of her funeral, but it was like after the funeral shit. You know, everybody get together, eating shit or whatever. Fuck. But just to think about it, I wouldn't fuck with her. So that most like you a Trump supporter, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, give a fuck. Real talk. Like, people be thinking like I give a fuck because people my family ain't my blood. Like, that means something to me. It doesn't. It really genuinely doesn't. If you a fucking sellout, I really don't give a fuck about you. Honestly. But she saw that to me. Oh, fuck. At that moment, I didn't really care because my aunt we was at my aunt's shit. So I didn't really genuinely care. I said, okay, well, whatever. I said, I ain't a fan of Barack right now either. And I'm not. And she thought that I was going to sit. I don't know what she thought. But, you know, mind you, this is my great aunt. So I don't know what the fuck she thought. But she was my elder, and I wasn't going to get into that shit with her or not. You know what I mean? Even if I felt a certain type of way with what she said at the time, I think about it now or thought about it after, I wouldn't have got into her with that shit. Because number one, it was my aunt's funeral, and then number two, she my elder. I'm not doing that with you. Not right now. Not at this time. No. No, maybe later if she, you know. I just would have said, well, okay, well, cool. I don't fuck with people that go against their own. Like, you get what I mean? Like, we had a conversation, but she just came up with that shit. I was like, that's some weird shit. But it wasn't weird because I thought about it. I keep saying this. I started to notice that a lot of my friends and family members stopped fucking with me like that because they watched my show. They seen clips of me talking about how I move and how I am. And they just don't fuck with me no more. And that's okay. I'm cool with it. That's why I actually keep my distance, believe it or not. But at least they get it. At least they understand it. I ain't got to say it to them personally. You get it. We ain't morally on the same level. I get it. I'm okay with it. Be trying to tell people that. Fuck out of here with that, man. But anyway, let's get back into it.
They hold it so near and dear to their little racist hearts. So Trump knows going after the Don, it's something his supporters will be behind without a shadow of a doubt for multiple layers of reasonings. And because, right, Trump is a racist himself. He knows who his people are. It's like that saying, a fisherman can always recognize another fisherman from afar. I think that's how it goes. But I also think that this is one thing that people are missing, or I don't know if they are, maybe they aren't, other people are talking about it, is that Republicans spent decades lying to people what it really means to be Christian, a man of family values, or whatever. And this was
first of all, they've been lying for generations, for hundreds of years. They've been using Christianity to lie, especially in America. I can't speak about other countries, but I know they have been lying to the American people about Christianity. And mainly black folks. We're not Christians. We got more of a connection to, being Hebrew or being Muslim. We ain't got no connection to Christianity. Y'all want to be real about Christianity? I don't give a fuck if I offend some Christian people. I don't really give a fuck. Listen, Christianity is some white people made up shit that they created. Nobody want to say it. Nobody want to, because they feel like their channel going to get striked or whatever, or some people can get offended. I don't give a fuck. Christianity is a fake religion. And that's why I say what I say about Christianity. Especially when it comes to black people. We didn't do Christianity. That wasn't our shit. That's some shit they made up. Christianity doesn't, it's not a real religion. They picked, if you ever, listen to white Christian people. They pick and choose shit out of the Bible that they want to live by. But do they really live by it? If you look at, even when you see Mr. Farrakhan, he pick and choose, right? I call that shit out what he does, but he won't. He still won't. His thing is he still won't sit down with white people that ain't Muslim or Jewish people that ain't Muslim or Hebrew. He will sit down with different religious people. Christian people are so phony. Even the Catholic shit, all that shit is phony. It's white people shit. Listen, if you look at and read their religion, the Christian and the what I say, Christian and I don't know why I'm going blank, but the Christian shit, right? Just say the Christian shit, right? That's some shit they picked and choosed out the Bible that been through fucking generations, hundreds of years that they've been written in that shit, that they pick and choose what they want to do, and they was written that shit. But you look at the Muslim shit. Look at Muslim shit. Look at it. Read it. I'm not saying they don't do some shit in that, what they've been doing, but they ain't been written that shit to a certain extent. Even when it came to the Hebrews, even some of the Jewish shit. It's not like a lot of shit that it's like it's written that they just pick it. Listen, every religion pick and choose what they do. But if you really I'll put it this way. No religion, regardless of what religion it is, right? They actually living what God is saying. They have written it, or they picked and choose certain parts of the Bible that they live by. And they think, and they move the movement with it. That's all they did. They ain't living by what God say. That's why I said they don't even know God. When I tell y'all they don't know God, they don't know God. It ain't no religion that knows God. They never met him. They don't know who he is. I don't give a fuck who the leader is. I don't give a fuck who the pastor is. I don't care. They never met him. They never talked to him. Ask God, is this the right thing to do or not the right thing to do? It's all bullshit. It's all a lie. They all picked and choose from the real Bible or what God wrote. And they all religions, even a Muslim, the Jewish, whoever, the Christians, the Catholics, all of them, that's who it was, the Catholics. They all did it. They pick and choose when they want to take out the original shit. And they have done it. And they created a religion. That's all that is. They can get mad, get glad like, I don't give a fuck. Any religion. I don't care. You all are liars. You all done picked and choose out of the fucking real original Bible. It's all been man-made. They done put shit in it, took shit out of it, pick and choose what it is. They all ain't done it. Every so-called religion. They all did it. It's a fact. Think about this. So black people was the only people that was here. Wasn't no white people. Where the fuck these white people? Oh, they come from caves. How they was developed? Oh, from animals. Listen, come on, bro. And it's the same thing, vice versa with white folks. They do the same shit. White people was here, black people. Well, where the fuck we come from then? Oh, we was monkeys, we was animals. Like, think about it. They all is manipulating all these different religions, been manipulating God's word. They all done took shit out and fucked it up. I don't believe in none of this religious shit. Ever. I will never, ever do it. None of them know God. And two, listen, first of all, we are so many generations away from who God was. We don't know who the fuck God is, man. You never met him, you never seen him, never talked to him, whatever. You're talking about thousands of years of who God was and how many people that was manipulating, all the evil motherfuckers that took his word. This is go off their narrative that fuck this shit up and use religion to enslave people and hurt people. And you telling me that's what God would have wanted? Who God told you that? Come on, bro. You ask racist white people where we came from. They can't tell you that. We was animals. How the fuck animals turn? If that's the case, if black people was animals first, right? Back in the day, right? Then how the fuck we turn into human beings? How? Now we in 2025, I got a dog right here. We got monkeys now to this day. How a fucking monkey will turn into a human being? How? Is that magic, nigga? It ain't even go for the black people that say that shit about white people. They from the caves and all that. Fuck out of here, bro. Niggas can't believe in this dumb shit. You don't know God. You don't know nothing about it, nigga. We don't even know why we really here. We don't know shit. We assume some shit. And that's why I always tell people, I don't move in the way that people move. I move in a way to try to just to do right. Because I feel like it's right to do. I try to live on some type of principles. But I don't know why the fuck I'm here, bro. None of us know why the fuck we here. Niggas is making up shit. Fuck you talking about? Everybody come from the caves. Black people, white people come from the caves. They from the caves. Then the racist white people, they come out. Oh, well, black people, they come from the caves. Fuck y'all talking about, man? Yeah, no proof of it. No proof. Ain't no fucking proof. Excuse me. They lie in history all the time, nigga. They make up shit. That's why you got a bunch of stupid people running around the world thinking and they believe in shit that they shouldn't be believing in. And they mistreat people. They go out and kill people and all types of goofy shit that people do because they believe in dumb shit. Look what's going on in America. You got mega people thinking that, oh, everybody's against them. Listen, people, nobody's born racist. You have to be taught that shit. Even if you got a black person that hate white people, they got to be taught that. Their environment and the people have to teach them that. Nobody hates nobody, bro. You don't be born racist. It's bullshit. It's like gay people. I always tell y'all, they'll be like, oh, Kenny tripping. No, I ain't tripping, nigga. What motherfucker you listen? It's some people that you know that you be like, oh, they're a little manly or they're a little sensitive and shit like that. But that don't mean they gay. That's how they been raised. Nobody comes out the womb and say, hey, I'm gay. 4 or 5 years old. Get the fuck out of here, bro. It's the environment. That's how they been raised, bro. And I ain't got no issues with the gay community. You think whatever you want to think. I know for a fact that you motherfuckers don't come out being gay. You're not. That's bullshit. You're a liar. And just like with the racist people, it's a lie that they come out being racist. You're not racist. It's like they say, oh, black people, they come out. It's in their thought processes who they are is generational. No, it's not no generational shit. If listen, nigga. I got nieces and nephews, god kids, live no way of how I live. Ain't nothing gangster about them. Nothing. Ain't nothing gangster, man. I was raised in gangster shit from birth. I've been around. Listen, my first thought that I can remember back in the day when I was about maybe about 4 or 5 was my dad beating my mom. I should have been a woman beater then. Right? I should have been that. I was raised around violence. I did all that shit. I did violence too. I never say I wasn't violent. I didn't want to beat women. That shit didn't seem right. I watched this shit. I've been through some shit in my life. Listen, man, listen. You get raised to be a certain type of way. You're not born like that. You think my dad was born to be a motherfucking woman beater? My dad is far from that now. I don't fuck with him or nothing like that, but I know he was a woman beater back in the day. I know he beat my mom. I would witness it. He can't deny that. We never had that conversation even as well. Because we ain't that close to do that. I ain't gonna say we ain't that close. He not real enough to have that conversation with me. I can't even have a conversation with this nigga about just what he did to me emotionally. So be having that conversation with him of like, oh, nigga, I remember you beat my mom. I was there. I remember it at 5, 6 years old. Remember that. That's my first memory. I tell people that all the time. It's my first memory of being a child like that. That's my first memory. I never forget that. Because you kind of fuzzy on other shit that happened between that and, through your life and shit. But that's my first memory. My dad beating the shit out of my mom. Beating the dog shit out of her. The crazy shit about it is that when he beat my mom at, it was like a kind of like a hotel, kind of like on North Avenue. That's not there no more. That shit is like kind of like a it's like a shit. It's like now, and it's in East Baltimore. It's right there on it's near Greenmount. But it's like kind of convenience store, some shit. Now, it was like a little hotel. It wasn't that big like that. I remember I had that conversation with my mom. And my mom said, "You remember that?" I said, "Yeah." They said, "Oh." And she stopped talking about it. She didn't want to talk about it no more. I remember having that conversation with my mom. My mom ain't want to have that fucking conversation with me, nigga. I get it. It's painful for her. I get that part of it. I understand that. But it is what it is. You don't forget shit like that. That's my first memory. My second memory, I can't say that. My first memory was my grandma. Honestly, my first memory was my grandma. My grandmother died when I was about 2 or 3. I had this weird ass dream. Wasn't one a dream. It felt like a dream. I put it that way. And my grandmother just passed away. And I seen her ghost. I was sitting there, God rest my Aunt Bun's soul. And she was babysitting me. And we was living in my grandma's house at the time. And I seen my grandmother spirit, and she was coming to me. And she was like doing like this shit of like, come to me. and I was scared as fuck. So number one, I never met her. Right? Never met my grandma. I didn't know who the fuck she was. And so I didn't know why she was like a stranger to me. Right? But but she looked just like my mom. Looked exactly like her. I look at the pictures and shit of how my mom looked now. Even when mom looked back in the day, her and my mom, they looked just alike. And I knew the difference between my mom, how my mom looked and how she looked. And it was different. It was, it's a little difference there, but I knew that wasn't my mom. And yeah, that happened. I was about 3 or 4 or something like that. That was my first like memory, and never forget that. And my grandma was dead though. She died when I was about 3 or 4 or something like that. She had just died when I was like a couple years I was in. Like, you don't remember shit when you 1, 2, something like that. Even 3, you don't really remember. But like, it was weird for me. I told you I was a special kid. So I kind of like, I remember I could have been about 3 or 4. And I seen that shit. And because I remember my aunt Bun, girl, rest her soul too, as well as my grandma. I remember that shit. And that shit fucked me up. And I was like, damn. And that's why to this day, I believe in spirits. I believe in people who got these spirits that come around. And they talk to you in different ways. You don't know, like, you may not necessarily see it. But them spirits is around you. It's shit around you. You know what I mean? It's spirits that protect you too. You know what I mean? That's why I say we come from Africa, bro. Like, we spiritual people. You know what I mean? We spiritual, and I remember that shit. And my grandma came, and that happened. And then like the next shit that I remember after that is my dad beating the shit out of my mom. And I was probably about 5 or 6. About 5 or 6 years old. I remember that shit. I could have probably been younger than that. Believe it or not, I probably could have been about, because it was right after that. That's my last memory of being a kid. Like under 5. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't remember anything outside of that. There probably was a whole bunch of shit that ever happened, but I just don't remember it. You're young like that. You don't supposed to remember shit like that, but that's memories that stick with you. I remember my dad beating the shit out of my mom, man. We never had that conversation, me and my dad. I had that conversation with my mom. My mom was shocked that I remembered that. She was very shocked about it. She was like, "You remember that?" Like, yeah. And she didn't say no more. She shut down. Then she shut down. And we didn't talk about it no more. She didn't want to talk about it. Because she was shocked that I even remember that. So I shut that shit down. That's why I be like, I tell like my sisters and my brothers and shit, like, yo, I'm the oldest. You gotta remember, I'm the oldest of all my siblings. I be telling them, man, like, y'all don't really get it, bro. Like, y'all don't really get it. Like, I remember shit that y'all can't remember. And y'all growing up in different generations where y'all remember shit. But I remember the shit from the beginning of both of my parents wasn't shit. Right? Like my mom, even though she was on them drugs and shit like that, like my mom was out wilding, nigga. My Aunt Bun was, like I told my sister, I say, I got mad. I used to be upset at my Aunt Bun. Right? Because when my sister got born and shit, I was jealous of that. And I think I was jealous of it because my Aunt Bun used to take care of me before my sister was even thought of. Because we 4 years apart. You know what I mean? So you gotta remember, my sister ain't come to about when I was probably about almost 5. So it was all about me. And then even after that, when I started getting older and shit, I started to see my Aunt Bun, because my Aunt Bun looked at my sister was like her daughter. Like she took care of her like that. And then I said she didn't do that for me, but it was different. I think I felt jealous of it. Because I was like, yo, she was dead. Like, I remember my Aunt Bun being there. Like, but then when my sister came, you know, it was a little different. You know what I mean? I felt a certain type of way. But motherfuckers, you know, even my own family, they don't understand that. Like, yo, I didn't grow up with family. Like, I had all my family, and I lived with all my family members, but I was always tell people I was the black sheep of that. Motherfuckers didn't understand, bro. I'm the firstborn of my mom. Even my dad, I'm the firstborn. They got kids, and you know, whatever. Other than my mom, got the 2, but my dad got kids, man. Like nigga, I'm the firstborn. So I seen shit from the beginning, and I see it now. And it's like people are like, oh, I'm tripping. Like, oh, you being too emotional about it. Like, no, nigga. I feel I'm hardened in a way, but I'm hurt from my own fucking parents. It got nothing to do with my siblings. It got to do with the people that was around me. I'm hurt by them. And then they think that, like, even though now that I'm good and shit like that, you think I'm supposed to get over shit. I ain't get over shit, nigga. I lived through that shit. I lived through that fucked up life. I told y'all when I was fucking 14, 15 years old, I was in the streets. Mind you, when I smoked my first joint, I ever smoked weed. I smoked weed with my mom. I never smoked weed before. I smoked that shit with my mom. And I was younger than 14, 15 years old. I probably was about maybe 9. I was about 9 years old. 10, I probably was about 9, 10. So I moved to Ohio, it was like 9, 10 or something like that. It's around that time. Motherfuckers would be sitting there and pretending that what I be saying ain't true. My own family. I lived this shit. I'll tell y'all this. This is how I know my cousin and shit, right? My cousin Marty. Love that nigga. Love him. To this day, I do love him. And I get that nigga, we ain't the same. And we never was. Even though he older than me. I get it. Think about this. His mom died. Right? I fucked him up. He ain't been the same since then. Right? But even before his mom died, that nigga got his ass beat in the streets. And that was a street nigga after that. That nigga was scared to come outside. That's a fact. Listen, people, I'd never say I was the most thoroughest nigga ever. I wasn't scared to come outside. Once I got shot, niggas was asking why, like, why the fuck you out here? Because I ain't want niggas to feel like I was a punk. That was my reaction to it when I got fucked up like that. You get what I mean? But he got his ass whipped. Right? Nigga could have killed me too, as well as killing them. We had different reactions to it. Understand it, respect it, and always respect them on that. I get that, bro. You know what I mean? Listen, you gotta understand something. This is the one thing that me and him got in common. We grew up in this shit. His father was really in them streets. His father was a gangster. He sold that dope, but he wasn't thorough like that. My dad didn't sell dope, right? My dad was a gangster and shit. He hung around with gangsters. He did gangster shit though. That's the difference. That's the difference. My dad didn't sell dope. My dad was never known for selling dope, nigga. My dad was known to whipping niggas' ass, getting in fights, doing shit, lose some fights, win some fights, whatever. But he was known for what he was. His daddy was not known for that. His daddy was just a drug dealer nigga. And that's a difference. A nigga that sell dope than a nigga that's in them streets really throwing them hands and get fighting and, you know what I mean? Really in there. It's a difference, bro. And so, even though all that happened, right? All that happened. Me and my cousin, we was real tight. He protected me in certain shit. Never knock that nigga for that. Looked out for me. Saved me for some shit. Give my cousin mad props for that. Never disrespect him in that way. Our beef ain't never been about no street shit. I know what he did for me. I get it. My issue is, nigga, when I'm trying to change, or I change, you can't respect that. They see me as Kenny, been in them streets, this little nigga, this wild nigga. But then when I get on some real shit and then start talking about like how we need to change some shit, family and shit like that, like start really talking about some shit that we need to really fix. All of a sudden now, I'm this nigga, right? I'm this nigga that he's like, oh, he get drunk. He don't know nothing. Oh, but when I was a street nigga and I got high and I got drunk, nigga, a lot of shit I was doing, I was high and drunk. A lot of shit that I did. All the fuck shit I did. I was high and drunk. It wasn't, I wouldn't lie about that. I was rarely sober when I was in the streets. Rarely sober. But when I get to start talking about some real shit, oh, now he high, he drunk. Oh, no. Now they say, oh, he drunk now. He drunk. What? My own cousin? Like, what the fuck, nigga? We closer than everybody in the family. And listen, I get, nigga, you going through some shit. It hurt. Your mother did, nigga. I've been feeling death. Even for him. Because he never was a street nigga. He was just a nigga that was in the streets because his daddy was who he was, right? Right? His daddy wasn't, I ain't gonna say his daddy wasn't a street nigga, but he wasn't a thorough nigga in the street. He just was a nigga that sold dope. That's who his daddy was. That's who my cousin wound up kind of being. A nigga that just sold dope in the community. That's a fact. There ain't no reason I'd lie about it or make it up or try to turn down his character. But that's who my cousin was. He wasn't no thorough nigga like that. Nobody thought that he was a tough nigga. You just had connections, nigga. Niggas like, yo, he did that. You was connected to niggas. And that's how he looked out for me too in the hood. I give him that. Wasn't thorough. Nothing thorough about it. Ever. One second, y'all. All right, people, I'm back. But I want motherfuckers to really genuinely understand that. I talk about this shit because I want people to be very clear that ain't nothing. Listen, it's a part of my lifestyle of certain niggas that I know. If niggas was okay of talking about this shit about who I was when I was in the streets, the niggas will tell you, they would tell you a whole different story of what I'm telling you, right? Because that's their opinion. That's how they see me. Not even their opinion. It's just how they see me, right? When I was in the streets, right? So it's the same thing what I'll be saying about, like, I knew who my family was in the streets. I didn't give them a lot of shit. I didn't, like, when shit started really happening to me, it was mainly because of shit that I was doing, right? Like, kind of like, I was in the streets like that. And listen, my family was like who they was. Like, nigga, the reputation of my family at that time was stamped. It wasn't no shit like nothing like that. But when I got in them streets, that's different. Like your family can have a reputation around the community, right? But it's a difference of when you get in the streets. Because your reputation in the streets is very different. And it doesn't matter, especially where I come from, it don't really matter how fucking who your family is to a certain extent of their reputation, right? To when you are somebody, right? Or when motherfuckers be like, oh, he with them. Oh, that's what's the name, Peoples. I wasn't like, when I first got in the game, it wasn't like that for me, right? It wasn't like that. Well, especially when I came back to Baltimore, it wasn't like that, nigga. Niggas was, I said, motherfuckers was, I got jumped the first day I went to high school when I came back to Baltimore. So that shit was very different. So it didn't matter who my family was. First of all, my cousin that I'm talking about, he told me, he said, nigga, it's different here. Like, you've been out the city for a minute, you ain't really like that. And I'm not from uptown. Like, that's like where I come from, where I was born and raised at, nigga, that's like where I represent now, Sinclair and all that shit. Like, that shit was uptown. That wasn't like where I grew up at. Like, I grew up downtown, like near the harbor, like almost southeast Baltimore. Like, so it's a difference. You're talking about that's like east, that's like where I grew up at, the middle of East Baltimore. It's the middle of it. So even though I'm east, it's not the same. So, you know, I remember back in those days, nigga, like when I was kind of getting out the game, I really seen it like, oh, nigga, it's different. Different sections. Like I could be in downtown East Baltimore and I'm good. You know what I mean? Still got to watch yourself, but I'm good down there. But I started moving up, going up, trying to go see my people. I used to walk. See, that's what I be telling you, these niggas ain't really, niggas be talking gangster, but they ain't really gangster, bro. Listen, I used to walk from my mom's house in East South Baltimore, right? Fayette. And I walk all the way up to fucking St. Clair Lane. I used to do that shit. And I knew that, nigga, you knew how to, you better know how to move. Or a certain blocks you can't go down, or you see a whole bunch of niggas on that side of the street, nigga, you better walk on the side of that bitch and don't make no contact. No, you know, don't make no interaction with that no shit. Like, I mean, you can see the niggas see them from the eye, but you better not look that way. That niggas walking, nigga. You walking through niggas' blocks. Or maybe, nigga, you got skip niggas' blocks because you know them niggas get busy there. Ain't about being scared, nigga. I mean, of course you feel a little bit, but nigga, these niggas hoods. You can't just be rolling around niggas hoods. Niggas don't know who you are. And I used to walk blocks. And if you ain't been in Baltimore, like I said, I'm gonna do a documentary on that shit where I can show you how you walk blocks. It's probably still the same in a way, right? I used to walk from all the way from fucking southeast or east south Baltimore, where I grew up at, to where I used to go hang out with my family and shit in the east, in East Baltimore, literally in the middle of that shit. Used to call that shit Uptown. And nigga, you couldn't do that shit without nothing happening to you. I used to do that shit all the time. Can't walk through niggas' blocks. Not back in the day. I'm telling you that you couldn't do that. You better knew how to move. Niggas probably tell you, nigga, you think you the toughest nigga in the world when there's 30 niggas you walking up their block. And you on the other side of the street, and niggas tell you, who that bitch ass nigga over there? Nigga, what's going on with you? You fuck nigga. Bitch ass nigga talk all types of gangster shit to you. What you gonna say? Nothing. You ain't gonna say shit. You gonna keep it moving, nigga. They 30 deep over that bitch, nigga. What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do shit. You gonna keep your bitch ass moving. You ain't the bitch nigga, but you're not going to do that, nigga. That's stupid. That's idiotic. You going to get gangster with some niggas they 30 deep and you walking through their block? Just to get where you going, nigga, you going to shut your mouth. Or nigga, you going to hurry your ass up about they motherfucking set. You getting the fuck up out of there, bro. And I used to do it with a gun. Plenty of times. Nigga, I ain't pulling no gun out. Them niggas probably got 3-4 guns. You don't know what they got, bro. You don't know what the fuck they got. Nigga, you better keep it moving, nigga. Listen, I lived that real street life from a kid. I'm talking about since I I could kind of know what the streets is, not to fully comprehend it, but since the streets, I probably was about 6 or 7. That where I really comprehend where the fuck I was at in a way, and still didn't fully comprehend it, but I kind of knew where the fuck I was at. I'm a Baltimore nigga. You don't get to do certain shit here. Niggas will show you real quick that you ain't that. And the niggas that act tough, you better can back that shit up. You better can back that up. That's why when I got in a position to back my shit up or who the fuck I was, it was still niggas that was trying to step to me because them niggas weren't trying to make it like, oh, this nigga, I know this nigga from back in the day. He didn't say certain shit, and I probably didn't. But I knew how to move. But I move with a click. That nigga, hey, nigga, you playing with my niggas like that, nigga, we get busy. But then you still have to keep your mouth shut in certain shit. You can't speak about certain shit, bro. Trying to get tough about some shit. Nigga, rules matter in the street back in the day. Nigga, I roll with a click, nigga. My click was like that. My peoples was like that. But nigga, it's the streets. You think niggas care about who your peoples are and your niggas you run with? If a nigga is he like that too, you think he care? No, nigga, he trying to kill your bitch ass. You know what I mean? He trying to kill you. Not that you're a bitch, but he trying to kill your ass. But hence why he think you're a bitch ass nigga to him. You don't get to like act like these niggas ain't real out here, bro. I experienced death when I was very young, bro. Like, I know what death feel like. And that's why I say me and my cousin, I love that nigga. To this day, I still love him. And he helped me. Like, you know what I mean? He saved me from some shit. He never was a gangster nigga, though. Never was. And just because you grow up into some shit, my cousin ain't never did no shit. He ain't never did the shit that I did. He never was a part of the shit that I really did. Never was. He was just connected, bro. And I know how I feel to be connected because I was connected to him. My reputation of people not fucking with me in certain ways is because of my family. So I get that. But he didn't put no work in. He didn't do shit. My cousin ain't never did a motherfucking thing like that. Never. Ever. And if he did, listen, put it this way, and if he did, he didn't tell me. Because that's how that shit was back in the day. But I know a nigga that did some shit. Never did no shit. My cousin ain't never did no shit. Never shot a nigga. Never did nothing like that. There's two niggas. There's two type of motherfuckers in the field. Right? And I said this, right? And there's no disrespect to my cousin. Right? Well, 3. I'm sorry. I got a cousin. He like that. Right? And mind you, him and my cousin is the same age, but my cousin that I'm talking about put him on. Like he kind of raised him in that shit. Like we been raised in this lifestyle. We all been raised in it. And my cousin, that nigga is still like that now. He still living that life. Finally got out of it. That for what he says, I don't know that for a fact. I don't talk to nigga. We ain't cool. Like I ain't gonna say we ain't cool, but we don't conversate like that. So, but last time I talked to him, he was out of the shit. He was trying to get out of it, you know. But he was in the shit, telling me like, "Yo, still in that shit." He 40-something years old. Yeah, okay. And mind you, my cousins is like 4 years older than me. That I'm talking about. Nigga, I'm in my 40s, but these niggas is 40, probably get ready to turn 50. When they they be 50 this year. So, like, I'm like, okay, nigga. I looked at him weird. Like, what the fuck you want? right? So he put my cousin on. The cousin I'm talking about put him on. And they the same age, but my cousin that I'm talking about, his father was he was like that in the streets. His daddy was like that as a drug dealer. But he wasn't like that as being a tough nigga. He was just, you know how niggas like, it's a nigga that his daddy was this, put it this way. His daddy, and just like he is, like, when you sell drugs like that and you're a big motherfucker like that, people respect that. Respect the money. That's who my cousin father was. He was just respected because he was a big time drug dealer. He made that money like that. Listen, my cousin is respected from niggas when I was going through what I was going through, not because he was a gangster nigga. It's because niggas was like, your people's who? Oh, that's him? Oh, all right. Because he used to make that money in them streets. It's a difference. But that gangster, when that shit get real gangster, when niggas cross that line, niggas don't give a fuck about that. Niggas don't care about that. Now, listen, that's like I told you about my dad. Right? My dad wasn't a drug dealer. He was not that. My dad was never that. The difference is my dad will fuck you up. He got in the streets and he fought. He wasn't scared of no drug dealers. He wasn't scared of none of that shit. My dad was a real motherfucker. I wouldn't say my dad was a gangster. He was just a real motherfucker. He would fight motherfuckers. My dad beat the shit out of his dad. Like, real talk. My dad didn't like him for years. His father, my dad had so much of a problem with that nigga, he beat him up. Or he got whatever they beef was. My dad didn't like my cousin. But still this day, that nigga don't like him. Not like that. But we family. So, you know, we kind of let that shit go. Like, you know what I mean? My dad be letting that shit go. But my dad don't really like that nigga. He don't like my cousin. Because he never liked his dad. So, that's what I said. My dad wasn't no gangster. He didn't do no street shit of like killing niggas or some shit like that or been in shootouts. No, I can't say that. That's not true. But my dad he wasn't gangster like that. Like he wasn't in the street shit like I was. But my dad would fight any motherfucker. And it was different back in the day. They fought niggas. You know what I mean? But my dad wasn't scared of nobody, nigga. They used to whip my dad, get his ass whipped. Niggas know my dad wasn't scared of nobody. He'll fight anybody. See, back in those days, nigga, they fought people. He wasn't scared of nobody. Got his ass whipped, got his jaw broke, all that shit. Nigga, he didn't give a fuck. He'll fight anybody. That's why my dad respect level is different. Even for me. I respect my dad more. I respect my dad more than any of my cousins. My dad was, nigga, he didn't care. That's why he respecting the family the way he is. Everybody know who my dad was, nigga. He wasn't no scary nigga. He wasn't no gangster nigga. He wasn't out there selling drugs and none of that shit, nigga. None of that, nigga. Listen, my dad, I tell people, I'll be honest. My dad was alcoholic. He was alcoholic. My dad don't drink no more, but he was alcoholic then. He used to, you know, my dad get drunk, nigga. My dad is capable of doing any fucking thing. Well, the one thing he didn't do, he didn't sell drugs. Ever. I had a conversation with my dad one time. I asked him, did he kill somebody before? And my dad told me no. I believe him. He said I was close to it, though. I almost close to killing the motherfucker. He said, but I didn't do it. because of my grandma, which is his mother. So, nigga, my dad was like that in the streets. And he was actually really in the streets with drug dealers and all that shit. He beating drug dealers up. My cousin father, he was a drug dealer. My dad beat the shit out of him. And then wasn't nothing nobody. That's why I say my dad was respecting the street. Niggas ain't do nothing to my dad, nigga. They wanted to, but they ain't do nothing to him. Only when my dad got drunk, got fucked up, and got his ass whipped. Yeah, my dad got his ass whipped in the streets, nigga. But he wasn't scared. Nothing. Nothing. I used to always want to be like, have that conversation with my dad. So how much I respect him, because even though I did what I did in the streets, and I know the times was different too, but he still had a choice to do that though. My dad never sold dope. Never sold dope. Never did it. Never sold dope. My dad never sold dope. But we don't have that. We can't have that conversation because, like I said, I'm a different dude in that way. So it's kind of like, and we like kind of like where we are as far as our relationship. But I always want to give my dad his respect in that. Never sold dope, but I did that, and I'm ashamed of it too. Right? Like I'm really ashamed of selling dope. Right? Like selling that shit to my people and shit. But my dad ain't never do that to get his respect in the street. And I know the times was different, but still, it was plenty of niggas that was selling dope. My dad beat up a dope dealer, which was my cousin uncle. I mean, my cousin father. And he could have got my dad killed too. Don't get that shit twisted, because he was like that in the street. My dad, my cousin father, he was like that in the streets. He could have got my dad killed. That shit would have started the whole war though. But like I said, he was fucking with my aunt and shit, you know. That shit deeper than what y'all think it is, but it is what it is. My dad did that. You know. And my dad was getting high and shit, and he was drinking and shit. You know, a lot of that shit was happening too, and it was weird, bro. You know. I told y'all, like, I used to ask my cousin and shit that I'm talking about I don't fuck with no more. So I asked him, like, yo, who's worse? Because he grew up in that era with his dad, my dad and shit. And he grew up with me. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, who was worse? And so he always used to tell me. It's not no shit to glorify myself, but he was always telling me, like, nigga, you was worse. You was worse, bro. I was like, how I'm worse? Like, this nigga, you know how my dad was, and you like, nah, bro. There was a difference between you and your dad. And I used to keep trying to ask him, what was that difference? He would never tell me. So, but his thing was that there's one thing he always just say to me. He say, you was relentless. Like I used to always like I'm who I am, bro. And I think that's what it was. I think me being worse than my dad, who he used to be, right? I think a part of it was he said that because something he wanted me not to be that, right? That's part of it. I think that's my opinion, right? The other part, to be real, what my cousin was trying to say to me, I was worse than my dad. Because he didn't probably know, But he kind of knew. I did some shit nobody knows about. And he knew me. He knew me since I was like, he knew me my whole life. But me getting in the game, he knew me from when I was fucking 13. No, when I came back to Baltimore. No, it's not 13. When I came back from Ohio, I was about 14. He seen the change in me too. Like I was almost like a school nigga. The people think that I just came back from Ohio. Like, that wasn't that. It was, I came back from Ohio. I lived with my dad for like a year and a half in the county, Baltimore County. So it was like kind of different. So my dad was one of the only people in America that had a fucking Michael Jordan sports car. So it was different, bro. So, yeah. I think he looked at me like my cousin in a way. He looked at me like I was soft. And I probably was. I ain't gonna say I probably was. I was. I was soft as shit. Because at that point, when I came back to Baltimore, nigga, I was soft as shit. I wasn't, that Baltimore shit kind of went a certain type of way. Because I was in Ohio. And like I told you, I lost my whole family in Ohio. I was kind of broken a little bit. And then I came back. And just thinking about that shit. That shit hurt. My Ohio family, like, that shit hurt, man. Talking about that shit hurt. But that shit happened. And after that happened, I moved my dad, and I was with him for about a year and a half. And like, that was the worst experience I had in my life. And I grew up with my mom on drugs and shit like that. But living with my dad and my stepmom and shit like that, that was the worst shit I ever experienced in my life. Like, he treated me like I wasn't. I told y'all my first interaction with being arrested in my life was through my dad. Like, that shit was crazy to me. Like, people be thinking I'm over exaggerating that. It's not. Yo, my dad got me arrested. I never got arrested a day in my life, nigga. And I grew up around hood shit all my life. I grew up around gang members. Never got arrested a day in my life. Now, people from Ohio, never happened, bro. But I go live with my dad, and he got me arrested, and it wasn't even my fault. I got arrested for nothing. I didn't even do shit. Like, if you want to say you conspiracy, you're a part of it, I get that. But I'm the only person got arrested. My dad, like, I got arrested even though I didn't even come up with the whole shit. Like you think about it. I want y'all to understand something too. Even so to this day, my dad don't even want to talk about that. Because it will make him look a certain type of way. It will make him look a certain type of way. He did not want to talk about it. Ever. He don't want to talk about it. My dad don't want to talk about none of that shit. We can't have that conversation. Because now you got to break down the why, nigga. Why would you do that to your firstborn, your only son? You don't know me like that. I ain't live with this nigga. Like, he don't know me. Right? But his stepkids, he knew for a couple. He didn't know them. Listen, he probably knew them longer than I did. Longer than he knew me. So that means, like, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. You knew them longer than me. But when your family come, your own blood, something that you created, you know. And listen, I can get deep into how my dad and how I was doing some shit, and that how bad he was as a fucking father, bro. I can get deep in that, but I won't do that. So I say to that nigga, like, yo, just having a conversation with me and being real with me, you can't even do that because you too scared because you think that if I tell you the truth, it feel bad. Like, yo, what the fuck? If my daughter tell me today, in 20 years now, she say, Dad, you should have did this, or 10 years, and say, Dad, oh, you should have did this. I felt that you was did this, or whatever. How she felt, nigga, I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna have that conversation with her. It's my fucking daughter. I hurt her in some type of way. I don't get to sit there and act like, oh, I was always right about it because I'm the grown up. No, nigga. I might have fucked up. My dad won't even think about that. You understand that? My own dad won't even think about how he fucked me over. Ask my dad this, right? Let me be real about it, right? Let me be real. Because everybody be like, oh, King, you so real, nigga. I'll be real. My dad got cancer with us. You know I don't know about it. Only reason I even know about it because due to my wife. She don't tell me shit. Tell me a motherfucking thing. It's okay, it's cool. Tell me a motherfucking thing. But this is the same nigga that try to sit there and act like I'm supposed to care. Fuck I care about. Nigga. Fuck I supposed to care about. I don't even fuck with you like that. But I supposed to care because you got cancer and you dying. So what? So what? Nigga, I receive death all the time. Nigga, I supposed to die twice. Fuck you talking about? Did you give a fuck about me? Right? Did you really give a fuck about me? I say that shit on Real Talk, people. I don't say that shit to be disrespectful to my dad or no shit like that. I don't want to disrespect him. But nigga, what the fuck out of here with that shit? Fuck you talking about, nigga? Ask my dad, do he give a fuck about me? Do he care about me? He going through whatever he going through. That nigga, that would make, like, if I'm going through some shit and I got some shit going through with my kid, nigga, I'm trying to reach out to my kid. See, hey, listen, I know this is shit wrong. Let's try to fix this shit. No, not him. He out there trying to find a woman, somebody to take care of him. That's what that is. Nigga, we ain't good, man. He supposed to be my dad, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. You don't do that to your fucking kid, man. I gotta keep trying to fight to have a relationship with you because of what? Think about that, people. A motherfucker, I'm trying to fight your kid. I'm your blood. I gotta fight to have this relationship with you. I gotta do that. Like I said, man. I told my nieces, and I mean that shit. And if they watch it, they don't watch it. I told my nieces, if they need me, come call me. I got you. That ain't mama on some bullshit. I know my sister on bullshit. I know all them on bullshit right now. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You motherfuckers sitting there acting like I ain't never took care of y'all. Fuck y'all on. You my dad. What the fuck you talking about, nigga? You still, excuse me, you still trying to sit there and act like I owe you something. I owe you shit, nigga. I'm your fucking son. I'm the motherfucker that been through some shit in this life. I'm the motherfucker that seen death. Since I was a kid. Since I was a motherfucking kid, I seen death. And mind you, all the family members that's dying now, yeah, it hurt, nigga. But I seen death already. That's why I can deal with it better. They ain't my own dad. He can't deal with death. My own family, they can't deal with it. They're like, oh, well, you ain't coming around. Your uncle died of you. But get the fuck out of here, man. I know my uncle, nigga. Do you know? You the same motherfuckers when he was not, my uncle was alive, nigga, you treat him like shit. They treated him like shit, like he wasn't nothing. And then had my uncle switch on me a little bit because they was doing some shit for him and he ain't even hollering talking to me no more. That's what my own fucking family did. Big motherfucker, I know what y'all did. Yeah, my uncle did, nigga. It is what it is. Fuck you talking about? That's my uncle. Love him. We good, nigga. I celebrate him more than you would. You hurt now. Fuck you talking about? Who took care of my uncle when he was on that shit? I was. I did that. You don't give a fuck about me, though. I seen any of them motherfucking family members. Ask him. My uncle was on that shit. Nigga, I did what I did. Last time I seen my uncle, you know what I did? He said, Jay. He used to call me Jay. All right. Say, Jay. Hey, man, couple hours. What you need? I need that. All right. Mind you, I'm buying the whole shit. I go buy it. I send my cousin. I say, yo, go get what everybody need. Give me a couple dollars off my card. Gave my cousin my PIN number to get money off my card. My little cousin, she come back. She gave me my shit. Right? I give my uncle, I say, what you need? I need this, that. Okay, got you. That's the last shit I did with my uncle. Gave him that money. That's what he wanted. Everybody want to sit there and act like a motherfucker supposed to change. My uncle wasn't going to change, bro. He was going to be who he was going to be. And that's a fact. I know what I did for my motherfucking uncle. Last time I talked to him. Nigga, that's what you want? You want this money? I got you. You know what the nigga told me? That's my motherfucking nephew. Regardless if I did the way you wanted me to do it, he shouldn't have did that. Nigga, I did what my uncle wanted me to do. Fuck out of here. Always, my regret is always I wish we wouldn't have to get to this situation. Even when it came to my aunt, my cousin and shit. Nigga, we come to that, and that's what we gotta come to go with family. We gotta do this. My own fucking cousin. All these niggas, man. we gotta do this though. Nigga, that nigga, you ain't my family, bro. And then I couldn't find out, nigga, I know you ain't really my family. Because some fact, nigga, that my motherfucking family is like this. Ain't my sister. I told the same shit. Like, yo, my sister, I was talking to her. She was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, I gotta do something for y'all to make we feel we family. What the fuck are you talking about? I've been doing shit for y'all since I was young. And now I make it, and now I gotta do some other extra shit? The fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here. Give me a second, y'all. Alright, I'm here, people. Like I said, if you ain't never felt so disrespectful from your own fucking family, I do. Right? Your own family. They sit there. Right? Like, I come from where I come from, bro. I'm a street nigga. Ain't nothing gangster about that. It is what it is. This is where I come from. I was born in this shit. I got uncles that are and cousins and shit that's really like that. Motherfuckers killed motherfuckers. I know that. They in the news, nigga. It ain't no shit. You can look it up about my history, about my people. They related to me. So it ain't none of that. But my own family now, they sit there and they try to pretend like, oh, that shit don't exist. Got a fucking cousin, nigga. I know you ain't like that. You ain't like that, nigga. You ain't. Listen, let me say this. It's not to disrespect cousins and shit. Not disrespect people gangster. But nigga, you ain't do what I did in the streets. Nothing. But a nigga try to tell me, well, I ain't who I am, or I'm tripping, or I'm a drunk. Because, nigga, you ain't who I was. You don't got the same struggle. You know nothing about what the fuck I'm on. Nothing. You ain't did nothing. When you finally got your wake-up call, I guess that's what that is. You got shook. You was scared, nigga. And you didn't fight no more. It wasn't nothing about you that got gangster. Nothing. You quit. And I'm not hating on you, and I'm not disrespecting you in no way, nigga. I'm glad you did that. But nigga, don't you ever disrespect me. Try to act like I'm tripping. Oh, he been drinking, he drunk, and some shit like that. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Nigga, I know that, nigga, we been in this shit for a long motherfucker. I've been in this shit for a long time. I'm who the fuck I am, nigga. Ain't that nigga, you can't do it. That's number one. You can't do it. And ain't nobody in the family can say anything that I can't stand on what I say. Ain't nobody in the family. Anybody outside of that, nigga, fuck them. They don't know shit. But as a family, everybody know who the fuck I am. I was who I was, nigga. Ain't nobody disrespect me like that. Not like you niggas trying to pretend. I'm a drunk. I'm older, nigga. Get the fuck out. I'll smack the shit out you niggas. Playing with me. That's family. Now, the young motherfuckers, I get that. I check them niggas, though, but they know better to play with me. And if they want to play with me like that, nigga, come see me. Matter of fact, I'll come see you. How about that? Then that's how gangster that shit get. Even with our own family. But I wouldn't even do that. But for you motherfuckers and the family to try to act like, oh, I'm this nigga, I'm this drunk nigga. Oh, he just drunk. He just, you know how he be and all that. No, nigga. You niggas ain't like that. And you never was. Let's be real. You never was me. Ever. Ain't about being more gangster than anybody. None of that shit. You motherfuckers wasn't me. And then for the motherfuckers, even my own dad. Say out there, oh, he drunk, he a drunk. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Nigga, you was the biggest drunk in the family. You stole from the family. So it wasn't shocking, nigga, that your own fucking daughter stole from you and me. Her own blood. Why is that shocking? But they want to talk about realness. Ain't nothing real about y'all. Nigga, I'm who I am, nigga. Never changed. Never been nothing different. Fuck you talking about? That's why with my mom, when she got on them drugs, who they call? Who they call? They ain't call nobody else. They call me. They call me, nigga. They call me. That didn't even go to my sister. What the fuck y'all talking about? I mean, none of y'all realer than me. I lived that life. I lived all that shit. All that shit they see even say about my mom. I lived it. I'm her firstborn, nigga. I lived all that shit. I lived my mom life that when she wasn't shit. Now everybody, and still to this day, they hate my mom. My dad's side of the family, they hate her. The fuck you talking about? They hate her. The fuck you talking about? Motherfucker sitting there acting like they gave a fuck about my mom. No, you didn't. Motherfuckers don't want to talk about either, right? Let's be real about it. You want to be real about it, family? Let's be real about it. Let's put all the real shit out there. You know, my family, my mom was younger than my dad. You know that? Back in those days, it was different. I get that. But, okay. My dad was fucking with my mom when I got in the game selling dope. The fuck you talking about? All the motherfucking family was acting like, my mom back, she on that shit and whatever, nigga. Listen, love my mom. I don't like what she do, and I'm not okay with it. But nigga, don't try to act like my mom is fucking bad like that. And she had a fucked up childhood, and I get that, and I know shit about my mom. But my dad, he rolled around, and everybody give him all love, and it's okay that he good. I get that. I understand. But nigga, don't be trying to act like you better than somebody, nigga. Even me, I'm your own son. You think you better than me. Nigga don't have a conversation with me because he say, oh, I drink too much. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Nigga, you was the biggest drunk in the family. You was a fucking alcoholic in the family. And say that nigga say, oh, well, let me holler at my son and let me say, hey, my son, stop drinking, calm down on that. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. You know what he did? He brung his women around us. Let me take you around my son. My son got some things going on when I'm popping and doing everything. Even his, and God rest our soul. God rest her soul. You bitch ass nigga. God rest her soul, man. Nigga, you ain't like that, man. My dad ain't like that, nigga. That nigga still out here to this day. Now, I know some shit about you or whatever. I don't give a fuck. My wife know about it, and she told me about it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care if you sick. I don't care. Because, nigga, you don't give a fuck about even... You don't have enough fucking respect for me to even tell me that you sick, nigga. But you'll tell my wife, though. You can't have a real conversation with me, but you'll tell my wife that you sick. Fuck that. I mean that shit. Oh, everybody take this shit because my shit gonna be, it's already recorded. Fuck my dad, man. That nigga ain't shit, man. Think about that, man. He my dad. He really gave a fuck about me. Nigga, when you tell your kid that you sick, nigga, I ain't got no beef with you like that. But what, you can't tell me that? But he won't even tell me that. Because, nigga, you know why he can't tell me that? Because he ain't never been my daddy. He never been my father. I always try to reach out to that nigga. I always try to do some shit to bring us together. He ain't never did no shit like that. You know, when I told the nigga, I said, nigga, I still feel a certain type of way that you got me arrested for the first time. You know what my dad said? He said, oh, nigga, I think you should get over it. What? My own daddy told me that. Fuck that nigga, man. No, it's okay. I'm good with that. Nigga, but be okay, but I don't give a fuck if you die or not. How about that? I don't give a fuck. How about that? Nigga, call my wife, have a conversation with my fucking wife that I built the relationship with, and he can't have a real conversation with me because he can't have that real conversation with me because of what? But you have a conversation with my wife. You don't know her. I introduced you to her. You don't know my wife. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's a lie. He know her better than me. Because he ain't never been the daddy than me. He been a more of a father to my own fucking wife than he ever been to me. That's a fact. And you know the bad part about it? He been a more of a fucking father or been more in contact with my wife than his own granddaughter. Think about that. He ain't in contact with his granddaughter or his son, but he's more in contact with and no disrespect to my wife, but he's more in contact with my wife that ain't blood. Think about that. My daughter ain't did shit to him, but he can't be close to her though. Think about that, y'all. Fuck that nigga. My father ain't shit. I ain't never had no father, bro. And I always say that. I ain't never had no fucking father. That nigga still this day, I don't have no father, bro. You don't do no shit like that. Like, nigga, it's one thing, all right, I feel this way I feel, but nigga, he don't have a connection to his own granddaughter. Fuck me. Have a connection to her. This nigga called my motherfucking wife. He bought my daughter a bike. Nigga, my daughter knew how to ride a bike 4 years ago. What the fuck you talking about? Fuck out of here, man. Fuck that nigga, man. Think about that, y'all. Fuck that nigga. My daddy ain't shit, man. I don't give a fuck. Listen, like I told y'all, he's sick. I don't care. That ain't got nothing to do with me, bro. Because you know why? Only reason I even know that he's sick is because of my wife. That nigga ain't tell me. So if he died dead tomorrow, why the fuck would I care? He ain't never tell me. He ain't never said nothing to me. Fuck I care. Think about that shit. Fuck that nigga, man. I'll never let nobody play me like that, bro. This nigga, I'm your fucking son. And you won't even tell me you sick. You'll go through my wife to tell me that. And I get that on a certain level. But at the wild nigga, you supposed to tell me that. And that's how bad you think of me. That you think that I wouldn't even give a fuck about it. I would. I'll put all my bullshit to the side to fuck with you. But you don't even think that about me. Because you know why he don't think that about me? Because he don't know me. That nigga don't know me. That's a fact. My own fucking father don't know me, nigga. He wouldn't think I would put whatever our issues is, I put that shit to the side if I know he died. But he don't know me. He think that I keep a grudge. If he's sick, nigga, I'll take care of him. I'll be there for him. Take everything for him. But he don't know me because he don't give a fuck to know me. Fuck that nigga, man. Fuck we talking about? I mean that shit from the bottom of my heart. Fuck that nigga. If he die, bro. Fuck we talking about here? Nigga, I would never do that to him. I don't even know this nigga like that. But I wouldn't do that to him. But now, nigga, I know that you would do that to me. And the only reason you would probably even come if I die today tomorrow because I'm your kid. Not because you genuinely give a fuck about loving me or care about me. You would just do it just to do it. Fuck that nigga, man. Ain't my daddy, bro. That nigga ain't my father, man. Fuck out of here, bro. Nigga ain't my father, man. I ain't told that nigga in months, bro. That nigga still mad at me for whatever the fuck he mad about. But if that nigga told me he was sick, I don't give a fuck what he mad about. That's my dad. I would do that. Nigga, put that shit to the side and be like, all right, dad, I got you. Nigga, matter of fact, we already did that already. Listen, do y'all understand what I did for this nigga? Yo, when his girlfriend was sick, I don't want to say her name, but she was sick. Nigga, my daughter went there. My wife, my daughter, they went there, nigga. He asked my wife, "Did you help take care of her?" They did that. My wife did that shit. I had no problem with it. I wasn't like, oh, nah, we shouldn't do that, nah. whatever, or had some grudge or some shit back in the day of me being upset at this nigga or whatever. And I probably still felt the way I felt, but I never, ever say, you know what? Nah, babe, you can't do that. Fuck that nigga. Take my side. Fuck that nigga. I never did that. Never did that to that nigga. Or anybody in my family. Anybody, nigga, we family. And them motherfuckers sit there and they try to sit there and act like, oh, I'm this bad person. The fuck wrong with you? I would never do that. We took care of that woman. And nigga, I'm glad that my daughter knew her. I'm glad that my daughter was in her life. I'm glad my wife was in her life. That's real talk. I ain't in on this fucking bullshit that my dad be on, nigga. The fuck wrong with you? But he can't call me. He's sick now. Can't call me because he upset or whatever, he in his feelings or whatever the fuck he on. I don't give a fuck at this point. And nigga, if you call me dead tomorrow, nigga, I still got you. That's the difference between me and you, nigga. That's the difference between me and you. I'll get over it. I'm all right. I'm cool. But right now, I don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. You die alone, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You die whoever you die with. That's how I feel. If that's what you want that. But I don't want that. But I ain't gonna kiss your ass. Not going my fucking way to do some shit that you supposed to do that I already did for you. And I'm your fucking son. With a woman I didn't know. I didn't know her. But I did that for you. And you brought her here, but I didn't know her. I didn't know her. But I did that for you. Because I give a fuck. I'm better than you. That's why I tell you. That's why I tell y'all, man, I'm better than this nigga, man. I'm better than that nigga. I did some shit that he won't even do for me right now. That nigga down right now, he's so stubborn and so mad and so upset, he can't even say, you know what, I need my son. I need my motherfucking daughter-in-law. I need my family. But he go to my grandmother, nigga, what the fuck? She old as a bitch. My grandma was 80-something years old. What the fuck you want? But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. All my family members is okay. You niggas is a fucking disgrace. Because like I said, when they die, don't expect me to come. And I made that very clear. And when it came to my Uncle Chuck, I'm not coming. But that shit is all publicity. You care when motherfuckers die. You don't care when motherfuckers actually genuinely care. That's the difference. So fuck you. And I mean that. I go to my family. Fuck y'all, man. Listen, nigga, that shit even go to my sister, man. Fuck out of here. I ain't talked to her in months. She ain't saying nothing to me. Since I said whatever I said to her, she don't even fuck about me. Okay, do what you do. Do it without me. I'm good without y'all. I've been good. Let them motherfuckers go, man. There ain't no reason to be sitting there arguing with people that sit there and disagree with you like that. You hate me, motherfucker, I hate you too. You think that you can do better without me, then do it without me. Don't you ever call me again. I mean that shit. Motherfucker sitting there on that bullshit. Listen, I remember what my wife did. My wife did that. I listen. That's why I love her the way I love her. You know the shit that she did? And these motherfuckers sit there and they act like, oh, we owe them something. We owe you shit. We did that shit out of the kindness of who the fuck my wife is. Like, even for me. Because I wasn't kind like that at the time. But my wife was kind like that. And I moved that way. My wife helped me with that. To be kind like that. And these motherfuckers sit there and act like, oh, we owe them something. We don't owe you shit. Or we supposed to come to certain shit that you say we supposed to come. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. The fuck out of here. We don't need to come to none of that shit. You motherfuckers, listen, the motherfucker sat there. He sat there. My own fucking dad. This nigga sat there and said to me, he said, you know what? I'm gonna call his wife. I'm gonna call his wife and see, oh, I bought her a bike. What the fuck? Out of the blue. No, me and you already beefing, nigga. You already know we on. And he called my wife out of the blue and say, oh, you know what? I'm gonna call his wife. I'm gonna call his goddamn wife and try to pretend that he trying to do something good. Doing good or what? Doing good or what? My daughter had a bike already. She had a bike 4 years ago. What the fuck you talking about? You don't even know your fucking granddaughter at all. And don't try to act like, oh, it's me, nigga. It got nothing to do with me. Because he could have called my wife before that. Because one thing about my wife, and I told her, and this is a fact, I said, whatever I got going on with my family, got nothing to do with you connecting with them. That's a fact. She running past me here and there or whatever, but I never tell my wife she can't have a connection or my daughter can't have a connection with these motherfuckers. That's a fact. So at the end of the motherfucking day, when motherfuckers talk that shit or any of my family members come out and talk that bullshit, I'm a good nigga. Because I could be telling my family members, fuck them all. I can tell my wife, fuck them all. I can say to my daughter, you not having no relationship with none of them motherfuckers. I can be like that. But I never be like that. So fuck them all. You can't play with me like that. So my dad, he sat there and he tried to play that game. And I told my wife, I said, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? My daughter has been had a bike. What the fuck? Nigga, that ain't my fault. You don't know what your granddaughter want, nigga. That's on you. That ain't on me. You don't get to do that to me. Fuck them niggas, man. Fuck them all. It's almost like with some of my god kids, they be like, you ain't know, or whatever. I can't get mad at them because I may got an issue with their dad or whoever I'm beefing with. I can't blame them. That's my issue. That's some shit I gotta deal with. But nigga can't sit there and pretend that, oh, you know what? He don't have a conversation with me because of my kid. Nigga, I ain't never deny you from me, Kanaya. Never. Never deny my dad from his granddaughter. Ever. And he got plenty of grandkids, but I'm just saying, my grandkid, he doesn't have that. That nigga ain't shit. He ain't shit. He ain't shit. Think about that shit. Nigga want to sit there and pretend, oh, I'm tripping. Nigga, I ain't tripping, nigga. It been months, right? Since this situation I'm talking about, it been months, right? My dad ain't called my wife. He said nothing. He ain't called nothing. He been sick. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, you sick, nigga. I'll help you. I'll take care of you. I would do that. It's my dad, man. But he don't want to have a conversation. So fuck you, nigga. I don't owe you shit. You sick, nigga, whatever. Ask how many motherfuckers, ask all your kids. You got plenty of kids. Ask them how they trying to take care of you then. And if they taking care of you, then I get it. But other than that, nigga, fuck that nigga. Nigga ain't my motherfucking, like what the fuck I'm supposed to do when the nigga don't even holler at me? He won't even talk to the family. He won't talk to me. I'm his son. I'm his firstborn. I'm not his secondborn. I'm not his thirdborn. I'm not his fifthborn or fourthborn. I'm not none of that. I'm his firstborn. And you won't say shit to me. And then you try to put that notion out there, oh, he drinking, he's an alcoholic. Okay, cool, nigga. Was that the case? Then stop acting like we good. Or you need something from me. And stop acting like you give a fuck about my daughter, because you don't. Because I know you don't. Because if you did, it shouldn't have nothing to do about me. But you don't call Kenaya. You got her number. You don't call her. And she ain't got to call you, nigga. You her grandfather. You call her. Bitch ass nigga. Fuck out of here. Nigga trying to play like we good. We not good, bro. You don't fuck with my dad like that. I mean that shit from the bottom of my heart. Fuck that nigga. If he dying, he dying. I don't care. Niggas playing around with that shit. That nigga is sitting there. Yo, I didn't hear from this nigga for years. For months. This is my aunt's funeral. And all of a sudden, he want to have a conversation with my wife. What? The fuck? What the fuck we on, bro? Fuck that nigga, man. And then now, oh, my wife find out, oh, you know I'm sick. I don't give a fuck. I don't care, nigga. Fuck that nigga. I mean that shit from the bottom of my heart. I don't care. I don't care about nobody. I don't care about me. Now, you can look at it like, oh, Kenny, you been real fucked up about it. You call it whatever you want to call it. That nigga don't give a fuck about me. He never did. Even if he, listen, if I was going through whatever I was going through, or drinking, or whatever, my dad ain't come to me and go, you know what? Let me talk to my son, try to get him, calm down on the drinking. None of that. He stopped talking to me. He left it up to my wife. She'll do it. He ain't do nothing because he ain't no fucking father. He ain't shit. Nigga ain't never been shit. My own fucking father. Supposed to be my blood, nigga. He ain't shit. Fuck that nigga. You gotta understand, listen, people, y'all gotta understand that. A motherfucker sit there and pretend that he give a fuck about you. He don't give a fuck about me. My dad ain't never gave a fuck about me. Ever. Ever in his life. You know when I first got arrested? Was through him trying to protect his wife at the time, her daughter. And he got me arrested because he had an issue with me because I didn't fit his situation. He got me arrested. And I didn't even commit the crime. I was a joyrider, nigga. That's the fact. And that bitch nigga knows that. Still to this day. And he still would try to protect. You know what my dad told me when I brought it up to him? You know what he said to me? He said, "Oh, you still mad about that?" Wow. Okay. Fuck that nigga. Think about that shit. So I say to that nigga, if that's how you feel, that's what my dad told him. He said, you still thinking about that? All right, nigga, well, you know what? Fuck you. And I don't give a fuck about you dying. I don't care. That's how I feel. Fuck you talking about. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about you dying. You die, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you sick. I don't care. That's what that shit sound like to me. So fuck you, nigga. Fuck that nigga, man. It is what it is. It sound harsh, bro, but I'm telling you, that nigga said that to me. I ain't never been arrested a day in my life, but he got me arrested because he was trying to show out for his girlfriend at the time and got me arrested. And I didn't have nothing. Listen, I was joyride, nigga. Basically, I wasn't even driving. I had nothing to do with driving. She was driving. The evidence was there. When we came back, I wasn't even driving. He still got me arrested. Fuck that nigga, man. And still to this day, you acting like I'm supposed to get over it. Okay, all right, nigga. Well, I'm over it. And fuck you. You die, bitch, you die. Fuck you, nigga. That's how I feel. Fuck him. Fuck that nigga. I mean that shit. If that's the case, you don't care about what happened to me, nigga. I don't give a fuck about you dying. I don't care. Fuck that nigga. I mean that shit from by my heart. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. He don't mean shit to me. What y'all upset about, man? So if you, I feel people feel a little upset about what I'm saying. Fuck that nigga. That nigga ain't my daddy, man. You don't do no shit like that to your peoples, man. Seriously, you don't do that. Nah, man. That nigga. Imagine that. A motherfucker hate you like that. My own daddy. All right, people, we back. Think about that. I'm just saying. Y'all probably be like, yo, Kenny tripping, he been disrespectful to his father and shit like that. Nigga, I ain't been disrespectful, nigga. Fuck that nigga. I mean that shit. I mean that shit even to my sister. Like, yo, like, motherfuckers is acting like I ain't putting work for them. Like, motherfuckers, you survived through the streets because of me. You ain't like that. Right? Hey, think about it. Even think about it with even my sisters and shit. Right? My sister. You grew up with me. Ask my sister. Ask her. Who the fuck are you? You ain't nobody. Mind you somebody because you fuck niggas around the hood. Niggas I was trying to keep you around from, but you fuck them niggas. Think about that shit. Ask my sisters that. They ain't got no motherfucking say, nigga. What the fuck we talking about here? These motherfuckers ain't even really like that. Ask my sister what she did. Ask her. You know how angry I was that my sister got pregnant? And she was getting ready to go to she was getting ready to graduate high school and go to college. She had a fucking scholarship to go where she go. My sister won't tell you that though, but she'll sit there and sit there, oh, he tripping. No, the fuck you talking about? The fuck you talking about? But she'll sit there and tell you, oh, he tripping. Oh, he been drinking. He be drinking and shit like that. Oh, mind you, she won't tell you though that when her fucking my first niece was born, nigga, I took care of her. Who you think bought them Jordans? Who you think was putting that money out there? I did that. Me and my wife was doing that. And my mom, she was on that shit or whatever, and she did whatever. But when that shit erased, my mom got on her bullshit, who was helping her? Ask them. Ask my sister that. Ask them all. They keep acting like I ain't do shit. Or I'm this drunk. I did that. Or whatever. I took care of you motherfuckers. All of you. You can't do shit. And you can't speak on me now or like I do some shit because I don't give a fuck. I put the work in already. I'm old, bro. I don't give a fuck about what y'all are talking about. You can't do what I did. Ever. For me. You can't even do it for me. And I'm your big brother. I'm your motherfuckers. You can't do shit for me. Ever. It ain't nothing you can do for me. Nothing. I did it all for you. You can't do it. Ain't about being gangster and none of that shit. We're trying to act like you better than somebody. It ain't none of that. They just can't do what I did for them. They can't do it. They can't fucking do it. Ask them. Let them do what they do. Ask their daddy to do it. Why is my sister still in the situation she is? You know why? Her daddy is. She love her daddy, but why she still where she is? Ask them. They can't do shit. My sister can't do a motherfucking thing. They can't do a motherfucking thing. You know what I can do though? Have I had this conversation with everybody? I'm good. I ain't got to fuck with nobody. I'm good. You know why I'm good? They can talk about, well, he a drunk. He call us when he drinking. Okay, well, I'm good. And even if I'm a drunk, you know what happened? My wife would say, you know what? If he a drunk like that, we can get that nigga help. We can do that. They can't do that with y'all. They can't do that with none of y'all. And my siblings, none of y'all. Y'all ain't shit. Let's be real about it. What you can do? My sister, what you can do? You don't want me help? I remember my sister. I came to my sister in the fucking shit. I say, yo, let me do some shit for my god kids. Excuse me. I said, let me do some shit for them. She said, oh, nah, you can't do that. They fathers or whatever. I'm gonna fuck by their fathers. And no disrespect to their fathers, I respect that. I say, I'm their uncle. I'm the motherfucker that took care of them before they fathers. I'm not trying to disrespect their fathers, but I'm the motherfucker that did shit before they fathers. That's a fact. You know what my sister told me? Nah, you can't do that. You can't do none of that. You can't do none of that, Kenny. None of that, Kenny. Can't do none of that. Oh, I can't do none of that. I can't do none of that. You know what? I'm going to say this very clearly. All my life, even to my sister, like, what the fuck you talking about? To any of my nieces, you need me. Or you want something from me, I help you. I got you. And I mean that shit. Right? But tell my sister and all them, fuck y'all, man. You ain't shit. Why the fuck would you want to keep me away from my motherfucking nieces and nephews? Because somehow you think, oh, he drinking or whatever. Even just put that out there, or he drank too much. First of all, motherfucker, do you understand that I drank a lot. I drank a lot. Let's get this shit very clear. I drank a lot when I was in them streets, when I was protecting you. What the fuck you talking about? Huh? I protected your ass. You wouldn't have been shit. To my sisters and all of them, you wouldn't have been shit. Fuck you talking about me? Oh, I'm drinking a lot. The fuck you talking about? And then you talking about now? What the fuck you talking about? Listen, even to my nieces. Yeah, you think your uncle drank a lot? Okay, cool. Do you understand my struggle? Do you understand that I protected your motherfucking mother? I protected them. That's all I did. Fuck you talking about? They ain't built like that. None of them. Not your mom, not nobody. They ain't built like that. These are the same motherfuckers that sit there, and even your mom, they sit there and they defend Sharp. All right, that's our mom. You know, Kenny, they tell me, Kenny, oh, that's your mom. But they ignore what Sharp used to beat the shit out of them. Who protected them? I did. But they ain't never tell you that, though. They sit there and act like, oh, my uncle's tripping. Oh, your uncle tripping. He on some bullshit. My mom used to beat the shit out of Nisha. She used to beat the shit out of Nisha so much. Mason was like, yo, come on, man. We gotta get her up out of there. Mason said that. And Mason is a woman beater now. He's a woman beater. A woman beater says to me, we got to get Nisha up out of there. We watched my mom beat the shit out of her. Oh, but you love your mom, though. you love your grandma, or she say, oh, I love my mom. She don't love her. That's a fucking lie. That's a goddamn lie. She don't love her mom like that. Shar used to beat the dog shit out of Nisha. Your mama. They sit there and they lie, and they continue to sit there and lie, and then we all supposed to sit there and be like, oh, so okay, everything all right. Yeah, you know what, let's just move on because we all family. We ain't family. Shari beat the shit out of Nisha. And it was me and Mason that protected her ass. We did that. Fuck you talking about? So Nisha can sit there and talk about, oh, my brother drink like that and he alcoholic. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Who the fuck protected you when you was getting your ass whipped by your own mother? Who did that? We gotta take care of Shar. Fuck, take care of her for what? She beat the fuck out of you. She beat you. That's a fact. And you can say all that bullshit you say, but you know I ain't lying. You know I ain't lying. Shari fucked you up. The fuck you talking about? You can lie all you want, but Shari beat the dog shit out of you. She fucked you up. Man, Mason was there. We know. She beat the dog shit out of you. She fucked you up. She beat you so bad, you ran out of the house to jump out the window. That's a fact. Mace couldn't lie about that. I couldn't lie about that shit. She beat the dog shit out of you. But you want to sit there and act like, oh, that's my mom. Get the fuck out of here. Shari beat the shit out of you. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't none of our parents was our parents. Stop that shit. Stop it. My mom beat the shit out of my sister. She fucked her up. She beat the dog shit out of my sister. She abused my sister. That's a fact. And when my sister or any of my family members come out there, oh, they ain't happened, they're a liar. They're a liar. My sister got beat. She got beat the fuck out of. That's why my sister is still to this day. She's still to this day. When it comes to her kids, she don't even know what the fuck is going on. She don't know what the fuck going on. The fuck out of here. My sister don't know shit. My sister said that to this day. That's why she fuck with niggas. She fucked up in life when it comes to fucking with fuck niggas. That's what she do. And she keep that shit and try to pretend that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about or I'm tripping. The fuck out of here. My sister don't do shit, man. She ain't about that. The fuck out of here, man. You can't hate a nigga. You can't hate shit that you already a part of. Ask my sister, does she know that her own fucking daddy is sick? And if she do know it, why she ain't tell me about it? Fuck him. That's how I feel about it, yo. I ain't got no love for that shit, man. You playing with me. I'm a motherfucking nigga that was about that. Now, I'll put all that shit out on blast. Them motherfuckers ain't like me, bro. They ain't nothing like me. None of my sisters, none of them. They ain't like me, bro. Even when it comes to my nieces and nephews, we supposed to be mad close. But they don't want to be close to me because of whatever the fucked up reason. And then they lie and say, oh, he's just a drunk. He drinking. He's like that. He fucked up. But fuck you. If that's the case, if I'm a drunk and I'm fucked up like that, don't ever talk to me ever. I go to my sister too. The fuck out of here. Y'all ain't like that. You don't do shit. You don't do shit. You do the same shit that our mother and father did. You ain't shit. If that's the case, you don't do shit. Fuck you talking about? Motherfucker, I'm good. And never call me again. And never say shit. If you think that I'm a fucking alcoholic and I'm this and I'm that and I don't give a fuck about shit, then never ever call me again. Ever. Ever. Don't ever fucking call me again. Y'all ain't shit. You ain't shit. My sister, you ain't shit. I give a fuck about my nieces and nephews, but you know what? If you think that you so much better than me and all that shit, don't ever fucking call me ever again. Ever. And I mean that shit. The fuck you talking about? You ain't got shit to do. Fuck you on. Fuck you talking about? Fucking bullshit ass motherfuckers. And you signed with a nigga that ain't never had. He never did shit for us. Ever. But I'm the nigga that did shit for me and you. But you signed with a nigga that ain't never did shit with us. Never did shit for us. But you signed with that nigga though. Okay, cool. But then if that's the case, then you won't ever say shit to me. Ever. Oh, I'm the drunk, I'm this, I'm that. Okay, cool. Fine. Don't you ever fuck with me ever again. That nigga ain't never did shit. He ain't never did what I did for you. Ever. That's a fact. It ain't nothing that nigga can do for you that I ever did. That go to my sister. I mean that shit. When my motherfucking sister got pregnant, I was angry. Yes, I was. And I was mad. I was upset. I put that shit to the side and nigga, I took care of her. I took care of her. You can ask my mom with that, and I don't even fuck with my mom. I took care of her. I said, you know what? Hey, you know what? I'm going to take care of my sister. You got that. My mom said, let that shit go. I know you're upset. I say, all right, Mom, I'm pissed. She said, I don't care. Nigga, that's your sister. I took care of you. The fuck you talking about? You went to go live with mom and this nigga? Fake ass stepdaddy? But what happened at the end? You still had to come fuck with me though, didn't you? And then when you come fuck with me and my wife take care of y'all. And you still out here disrespecting me. Your big brother. A nigga that took care of you. I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit. The motherfuckers ain't never did shit for you. Ever. Ever. None of them. Even Shark. She didn't do what I did for you. Ever. Ever did anything for you. Ever. Fuck you talking about. Excuse me. Fuck out of here. And my sister still to this day acting like, oh, we ain't good and all of that shit. Man, fuck you. Fuck you talking about. Nigga, I did whatever I did for you. I took care of you when you ain't had shit. And then you try to talk bad about me. Oh, he get drunk or whatever. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck if my wife said it. You don't supposed to say that shit to me. I always had your back. Always. And I get real deep in that shit that I know that motherfucker, I know I took care of you. But I won't even do that. But you keep having that same energy, acting like you better than me. Or somehow, or you think that, oh, he this and that. Get the fuck out of here. I'm who the fuck I am. I'm always who I am. But listen, you can listen to my wife all you want. My wife know motherfucking better. I'm who the fuck I am, though. She can't play me. She can't talk that bullshit about me because I'm who I am. She ain't gonna play me like that. And if she try to do, nigga, that's on me and her. We do that. But I ain't never did that to you. You my family. I took care of you when you was a fucking baby. You try to punk me? Try to talk real off the wall to me? I took care of you when you was a fucking baby. Are you crazy? My own sister, get the fuck out of here, man. My own sister tried to play me, man. Took care of you when you was a baby. Fuck you talking about. And you can tell any of them niggas. And listen, and I say this, you can tell it to all your even your father. You can tell that nigga, because he ain't shit, because he ain't never took care of you the way I took care of you. Or the way I protected you. Ask that nigga how he protected you when niggas came around in the fucking street and I stood up and Ray was down for that shit. And I told them niggas, hey, nigga, that's my sister, nigga, I'll kill you, nigga. Play with my sister. Nigga, we ride. I did that. Ask your daddy, did he do that? Ask anybody in the family, did he ever do that? Not, oh, some shit just happened. No, I'm talking about your motherfucking brother did that when we was children. We did that when we was children. Nobody played with you like that. Fuck you talking about. Even to this day, they don't play with you like that. The fuck out of here. Nobody can play with you like that. Nigga, I'll kill him. That's a fact. Fuck you talking about. But you go with that bullshit, acting like you better than me. Because your daddy, your fake daddy, that ain't never been a fucking daddy in our life. You see, our blood don't mean shit. He ain't never been our motherfucking family. He ain't never been blood. Ask that nigga what he do. Ask that nigga what me and Mika did for him with his girlfriend that was passing away. Was it you or was it me and Mika? Was it you? No. We took care of her. And listen, no disrespect. I love that woman. I love her so much. To this day, I love her. And I would do it any day tomorrow. I would do that. That nigga don't even respect that. But he didn't ask you. He asked me. He asked my family. He didn't ask you or your family or what you was going through. He didn't do that. He came to me and mine. He came to my wife and my daughter that was a kid that was around this woman. And God rest her soul. And I love her. Don't ever get that shit twisted. I love her. But she didn't come to you. He didn't come to you for you to do it. You know why he wouldn't come to you? Because you had a whole bunch of fucking kids by different niggas. Fuck you talking about. And I'm the same nigga. I tried to protect you from that, but you wound up still doing it. And I still had your fucking back. The fuck who you talking to? My own fucking sister, like, yo, motherfuckers acting like I owe them something. I don't owe you shit. My whole point is, I don't owe them shit. I don't owe them shit. Motherfuckers. Mom says, I owe you shit. What are you talking about? I love you because I love you. I did what I did because I did it. I got love. But motherfuckers sit there now talking about, oh, he drunk and he all this. And you disrespect me like that for this nigga? Nigga ain't never did shit for me. Your father. He ain't never did shit for us. He give you a little car or whatever, you feel a certain type. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you and fuck that nigga. If you feel that way, fuck you and fuck that nigga. Fuck out of here. Fucking goofy motherfuckers. Sitting there acting like I owe them something. I owe y'all shit. Think about that shit. Think about how motherfucker, think about that. Yo, this nigga, he supposed to be my father. Supposed to be our father. This nigga sitting there trying to act like, and his sister died. And that nigga even still tried to even do that. Like, man, fuck that nigga, man. Please stop. I need y'all, listen. My people, y'all need to stop acting like this. My dad is somebody, man. He ain't nobody, man. That nigga, all he do is try to get some pussy. That's all he do. And if he's sick, nigga. Who gives a fuck? Because he don't give a fuck about nobody else unless he's sick. And then, like I said, the whole thing about even when it come to our other family members, oh, he only give a fuck about it. All of a sudden, he come back. Dad ain't give a fuck about none of them. We've been in the streets. We've been a part of this shit. Did he really give a fuck about them? Really? I'm just being real about it. Did he really care? He didn't care. That nigga didn't give a fuck about nothing. All of a sudden now he care. Get the fuck out of here, man. Trying to tell y'all, man, that nigga ain't shit, man. My daddy ain't shit. It should let you know, nigga ain't never gave a fuck nothing about me. That y'all think he give a fuck about y'all. He's my daddy, bro. He didn't give a fuck about me. And still to this day, mind you, like I said, and I say this shit again, so I make this shit very clear to y'all. My daughter had a fucking, she had her thing, right? Ask my dad, like this nigga is sitting there, like even now, like he told my wife he's sick. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares, bro? Did he tell me that he cared? I'm sorry, did he tell me that he was sick? No, he didn't. He told my wife. And you know why he told my wife? Because he can't have a conversation with me. Because we had to have a real conversation. But he won't have that with me. Because, in fact, he's a fucking fraud. My dad is a fucking fraud. It is no way impossible that you say this shit that you say about me and you can't have that conversation. Listen, if my dad is dying, like I know he died. I just don't give a fuck. Because he don't give a fuck. And that's why I feel the way I feel. And that's why I'm on the way I'm the shit I'm on. He don't give a fuck. Because if he really gave a fuck, he would say, you know what? I'm going to put all that bullshit aside. My son feel the way he feel, but you know what? I'm dying. Let me holler at my son. He won't do it. He won't do it because he's an asshole. And he ain't shit. I'm not mad at my dad like that, nigga. If I know my dad dying right now, I'm willing to put shit to the side, but he won't do it. You can't get mad at me. I will put whatever the fuck I'm feeling or how I'm feeling to the side. I will put that shit to the side for my dad because I know he done. I would do that for him. But I will not, the one thing I will not do is that allow this nigga to sit there and act like he ain't got no responsibility to help fix this shit. I'm not doing that with him. Sorry. I'm sorry about that. I'm not doing that, nigga. So fuck that nigga. If you not gonna be open up to be real about that shit, then fuck you, nigga. Tell my dad, fuck him, nigga. You don't really respect me. Because I'm willing to put that shit aside. I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't give a fuck how I feel. You done. I got you. Nigga, first of all, listen, let me tell you something. What I would do. Right? If my dad called me day tomorrow, he say, you know what, I'm good. You know, son, I'm dying, whatever. I'm sick or whatever. However it is. Right? I say, you know what, Dad? All right, I got you. Me and the family got you. We got you. What you need, I got you. I would take care of that nigga. That's me. But that nigga wouldn't do that for me. He wouldn't do that for our family. He wouldn't give a fuck about that. And I already did it for him already. That's the crazy shit about it. I already did it for him. But he wouldn't do it for me. He wouldn't do it for my family. He wouldn't do it for his granddaughter. He wouldn't even do it. Fuck that nigga, man. You on your own, bro. You think I hate that nigga that much to hate him, to not care about him? That's not what that is, bro. I don't hate him. I never hate a motherfucker that much. If they dying. I'm never in that mode like that. But I know, but I tell you one motherfucking thing, I wouldn't give a fuck about a motherfucker that don't give a fuck about me. I tell you that shit. That's facts. So I don't give a fuck. I would go on my way to help my dad. On my way. And we ain't good, we ain't cool, but I will go on my way to help this nigga. But I will never, if that nigga don't accept what I'm saying, or just show some love to me, come anyway, then fuck that nigga. Ain't nothing I can do about it. He on his own. That's real talk. Ain't nothing my dad, ain't nothing he can do for me. Unless he said. Unless he said. That's a fact. Ain't nothing I can do, bro. Not hurt. You gotta be to like say, man, fuck your daddy. You not hurt you gotta be. That's some hurtful shit, man. Anyway, but go ahead, I'm listening. No, it's all good. It's all good, man. Fuck that nigga. It's all good. We good. You can't feel that hurt about it if a motherfucker ain't hurt about it. You get what I mean? So, I was asking a question. What y'all think? I heard what y'all feel about it. It's hurt. You heard about it. Right. I'm out, y'all. Leave comments, hit that like button, support your boy. It's your boy, Mr. Obia. Peace and love to the world.